tension's building. All around, you can feel it in the air. It's more than a feeling. A new reality everywhere. I look and see the signs of the times. Yeah, it's coming, but they're all in denial. Everything you know, it's all about the change. See the sky crack and it rains down flames. Oh man, they ain't ready for it. This is something that they can't ignore. Coming down like a meteor. This is more than a game. You better get ready. Shock the world. Shock the world. Shock the world. This is more than a game. You better get ready. Go ahead, get ready. Shock the world. Shock the world. Shock the world. Shock the world. This is more than a game. You better get ready. Go ahead, get ready. Shock the world. Yeah. Shock the world. Feel the earth shake, smoke rising, walking through the flames. Our reality became unchained, like the jaws of a lion that can't be tamed. Welcome to the future. Everything new, walking on the edge. It's nothing that you're used to. Only the strong survive. You better catch your breath. Oh man, they ain't ready for it. This is something that they can't ignore. Coming down like a meteor. This is more than a game. You better get ready. Shock the world. Shock the world. This is more than a game. You better get ready. Go ahead, get ready. Shock the world. Yeah. Shock the world.
All right, welcome into Mullet Arena here on a February Sunday evening. Dylan Pescator along with my man, Steve Peters. Steve, what an honor to be back here. Second year here at Mullet Arena. Can this game get any even better than last year?
You know, this is exciting. And it's a great day for hockey, by the way. You got the sun shining out in February in Scottsdale. I almost said Scottsdale out here in Arizona. It's a great matchup. These are two very evenly matched teams. This is going to be a really good state championship. I'm really excited about this game.
Let's start with how both teams got here, right? Notre Dame, a great year this year, 14-3-3, the 3 seed this year, and they started in the quarterfinals against Brophy, a 5-1 win against the Broncos. They wear their purple tonight, and then in the semifinals took down Mountain Ridge after they allowed the first goal, got some goal scoring from that depth from that second and third line. They make their way here after a win over number 2 seed Mountain Ridge in the semifinal game. For Centennial, it's been basically a perfect year for them. 16-4, the number 1 seed, the favorite coming into the playoffs. Only their second year at Division I, and they're doing just this. 7-1 win over Flagstaff Tuesday in the quarterfinals, and then the semis, gave up the first goal to Pinnacle, came back and won that game handily in the third period. That's how both teams got here. That's where we stand, Centennial and Notre Dame, as we go into each team. Petey, let's start with Notre Dame. Give us a little bit of preview. Who are we looking out for in the Prep Saints?
It all starts with number 91, Reed Gramlich. This kid can play. He can skate. He can shoot. High-skilled player. He can make a difference in this game all by himself. But then right behind him is Drew Jaswin. They've got some high-skilled players on this team with Drew Jaswin, Barzone, Bjorndal. Any one of these guys can step up and take this game over offensively. But there's a couple of young guys to look for in Notre Dame that have been really exciting so far in this playoff so far. And one of them is Tate Mickey. Tate Mickey blocks shots, plays well in the defensive zone, and he can help in the offensive zone. And a couple of freshmen, Sam Koch, unbelievable in the quarterfinals, and another freshman in the semifinals was Braden Hordachuk. I tell you, those freshman kids are fun to watch for this Notre Dame team.
And they were really the stars in those playoff games. Koch against Brophy in the quarters, Hordachuk against Mountain Ridge in the semis. Let's look over at the Centennial Coyotes, number 1 seed. Only lost 4 times this year. Who are we looking out for them?
Well, it begins and ends with number 79, Cade Pareja. This kid led the entire state of scoring in Arizona this year. He had 37 points in 14 games. When 79 White is on the ice, you're going to notice him. He can do it on both ends of the ice. We're talking about speed and skill. This kid has it. But there's a couple other guys too. You got the 2 Ryans, Ryan McGahee and Ryan Gabuya. Again, high-skilled offensive team. This Centennial team can put up numbers. We talk about their back end, though. They can still defend. And you got a couple of defensemen I want to talk about in the back end. You got Drew Switchenberg and Christian Smith. a couple of senior defensemen that look to help shut down this high-speed Notre Dame team.
Let's talk about the coaches for each team. You have a very experienced Charles Missio on the Notre Dame bench, and then you have Caleb Drinkhouse. His first year as a head coach, not too bad of a first year for him.
Yeah, I tell you what, Charles Missio's been here before. This is his 4th straight state championship game with these Notre Dame Saints. Yeah, Caleb is his first time. I mean, Drinkhouse, this team has only been in Division I in Arizona State for their 2nd season, and it's their first time ever in a state championship. So Missio's been here. He's seen it all. He's been behind. He's been ahead. He's been in good games, bad games. I'm not worried about his bench at all. Charles knows how to do it. But I tell you what, with Drinkhouse, Coach Drinkhouse, he's been a cool Cuba this entire season. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they manage these guys from behind the bench.
And for Petey, for Coach Drinkhouse, we talked to some of their players yesterday. We got to know the Centennial team a little bit. They really trust and love their head coach.
Yeah, I tell you what, he played at Centennial. This Centennial team means a lot to him. So I think both of these coaches have a lot of pride in their programs, but this one could come down to goaltending.
Let's talk about the goaltending. Seniors for both sides. Matthew Gayen for Notre Dame. Chance Taylor's going to get the start for Centennial. Let's start with Gayen for Notre Dame.
Look at Gayen's numbers. Again, he was in the state championship a year ago, had his team up by 3 goals in the 3rd period, and then things just kind of crumbled for this Notre Dame team a year ago against Desert Vista. He's got a 1.81 goals against average. He's got a .930 save percentage. He hasn't been tested yet this tournament, though. So we have to see if he's ready to go for a team that's going to clearly get more shots on goal than he's faced in either the quarterfinals or the semis.
He's talked about it. He's been thinking about last year ever since it happened just about a year ago from today. And now he's thinking about it one more time in the state championship. Chance Taylor played the quarterfinals against Flagstaff, did not get the start against the semis, but now he gets the start in the championship.
He got 24 saves in that big 7-1 win against Flagstaff. He's got that 8 wins and 12 starts during the regular season with Centennial. We'll see how he handles this pressure. I mean, this is a little different atmosphere today in the Mullet than we saw in the quarterfinals. We saw a great performance by Logan Gibbs in the semifinals, and he's there in the wings waiting. But let's hope Taylor has another good game, because he's going to need it against these high-flying Notre Dame Saints.
And I think the reason, and a big reason why he's starting, not only great numbers, but also he beat Notre Dame twice this season.
Yeah, and that means something. And we'll see what that does, though, because Notre Dame hasn't had a complete roster during those games. They have their complete roster now. And you can throw out the regular season now. I mean, this is the biggest stage these guys are going to play on all season. This is the state championship. So we got 2 great teams, Notre Dame versus Centennial with 2 great stars. We got Gramlich versus Pareja. I can't wait for this one, Dylan, and I know you can't either.
Let's start it up. 17-minute periods, a little bit different from the quarterfinals and the semis. We're going to have an ice cut after each period at that as well, and also full overtime periods if we so get there. Centennial in their whites and Notre Dame in the purples.
The one thing to look for tonight, especially if this is the first time watching Arizona high school hockey, is this is really talented hockey. This is good hockey. We're going to see a lot of skilled players. I think it's going to be a really fast game. This is one of the things that these 2 teams don't get enough credit for, though, is their ability to defend. This could be a 1-0 game, or this could be 8-5.
You're exactly right.
I just don't know what to expect, but I know we're going to have a good one.
Let's start with how each team kind of defends each other. As both teams line up on the goal line, defense is going to be the name of the game. We'll take a pause for the anthem and introductions. We'll be back for Puck Shop in just a few.
For the Coyotes, number 78, the head coach for Centennial's Caleb Drinkhouse. Team manager, Penny Drinkhouse. And now at this time, we ask that you please rise and please remove your hats as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, let's get things started. Introductions all done, anthem all complete as well. As we mentioned, Notre Dame has been here time and time again. They're looking for their 6th state championship at the D1 level. Centennial only their 2nd year at the D1 level, looking for number 1.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is going to be interesting to see how the nerves play out for the Centennial team right away. You talk about a team that's just coming into the D1 ranks, and now they have to go against a team that's been here 4 times in a row on the biggest stage in the state of Arizona. The important thing for me right now is this Centennial start. They've got to get this. They got to get through the first 5 minutes. You can't get overwhelmed with the crowd. You can't get overwhelmed with Notre Dame's jerseys and looking who's across the other side of the rink from you. You got to get through the first 5 minutes if you're Centennial.
Let's go through the starting lineups. We mentioned the goaltenders for both sides. Matthew Gahan for Notre Dame, Chance Taylor for Centennial. Adam Kaplan, Madden Hogenauer for Notre Dame on D, with Borzone, Bjorndal, and Reed Gramlich up top. For Centennial, Casillas and Niles back on D, and Gabuya, McCaughey, and Switchenberg started up. You see Switchenberg's now going to play a little forward tonight with both Casillas and Niles on D.
I think this Switchenberg kid, he talked to Drew yesterday. He's a guy that can play. He can play anywhere. He's a big kid. He's good, high skill, again, high speed. We're going to see him play on the back end for sure because he defends extremely well. But it's time to play hockey.
All right, 2024 AHSHA D1 State Championship, Notre Dame and Centennial, and we're off and running here at the Mullet in Tempe. Kaplan will whip it around. Taylor gets a chance to play it. Gave it away to Bjorndal. Borzone will keep it going around the track, and Hogenauer couldn't keep it in. A Notre Dame team that's been here the last 4 times in the state championship. Centennial went D1 last year, only 3 wins. Now looking to be at the pinnacle of the state championship. Gramlich to the net. Backhand try save. Another try, and Taylor makes the save. A good start for Chance Taylor.
And that's what we're expecting out of Reed Gramlich. Gets turnover at the blue line. He attacks the net hard, gets a good opportunity, and I tell you what, gives Taylor a chance to get into the game right away with 2 quick shots from Gramlich at the shot and the rebound. Looks like Taylor's in it and ready to play.
Taylor last played Tuesday against Flagstaff in the quarterfinals, 24 saves on 25 shots. Another shot comes in. Casillas blocks it down. Will try to use the wall. A good bounce off the official for the Coyotes, and out they come. Chase Kane, who's had a big playoff. 3 goals for Kane in those 2 playoff games. Here he comes in the slot. Knocked off the puck by Tate Mickey. It comes back out to Casillas and Niles. On the Centennial team, an older team. 14 seniors in their starting forwards, D, and their netminder, Chance Taylor, another senior. Casillas knocks it forward. Hordichuk picks it up. The freshman across the line. His shot, glove saved by Taylor, and he'll calmly put it back in his own glove.
You know, it's a good sign for Centennial right now. Taylor looks sharp. And he's got to see a few pucks now. That shot from Hordichuk, a little out from the outside, a little deeper. He was able to control it and make the save. Here you see him with an easy glove save, takes the whistle, gives his team an opportunity to get a change. Good start for both teams. I think this is what we saw in the semifinals too. A little feeling out for both teams.
Centennial, first time on this real big stage. Fans have tripled, if not more, from the quarters and the semis. It's a great environment here in Tempe. Gabuya across the line. His shot and the first save for Matthew Gahan.
Yeah, Matthew Gahan's a guy that he wants to win this game. We had a chance to talk to him yesterday at Media Day. This kid's a confident kid, and he's a big-time baseball player, catcher for the Notre Dame Saints. Here you see him making an easy glove save to get his game started, and he just needs to see some rubber to get his game, get into it, and get ready to play.
McCaughey for Pereira. Pereira at the goal line. Hogenauer looking to take it away. A stick goes flying, and Notre Dame will break it out. Both teams with good, strong wins in the semis and the quarters. Gramlich in front, and a good back check from McCaughey. It's going to truly take a 5-man defensive unit for both teams to defend the others. And that was the forward, Matthew. McCaughey in the way. Bjorndal to the net. Backhand try, blocker save by Taylor.
It's another good opportunity by the Saints, and Taylor stood tall. That's the second time we've seen one of the bigger players from the Notre Dame Saints get an opportunity in all alone. They can't continue to do that tonight.
Gabuya tried to knock it forward. Icing waved off as Hogenauer is back for Notre Dame. In their purples with the gold helmets, Centennial in the whites as the home team, the number 1 seed throughout D1 this year. Switchenberg goes off the boards. Here's a sophomore, Justin Kaplan, looking to take it away. Archer Anders, the senior, in front for Landon Wood. Wood in the circle, puts it toward the net. Loose puck. Switchenberg takes it out of the slot. Anders toward the net. Another block, another try, and another block in front for Switchenberg. 2 big blocks for the captain. Koch back to Anders. The freshman gets it back. Schutte lays a big hit. Now down low for Landon Wood. Wood in front for Kaplan. Taking it away was the sophomore Melissa. And cleared out by the Coyotes.
That's a big couple of blocks by Switchenberg there. That's twice he gets in the lane. They're going to lean on this kid a lot in this championship game.
You mentioned it plays both sides, forward and D. He's going to see a lot of time in 17-minute periods. You're going to have 2 extra minutes per period from the semis, from the regular season, along with a full ice cut after the first and the second. 4-1 Notre Dame in front in terms of shots on net. Hoover looks to knock it away. Melissa can't get a hold of it. Mickey toward the net and a save by Taylor. Tate Mickey played in this game last year as a freshman and scored the 4th goal for Notre Dame on the backhand. Even as a sophomore, having that experience can really help.
And you know what? He was really impressive in the semifinals too. And we talked about it in the pregame show, not just offensively, because he has that in his game, but he was really good defensively, getting in shooting lanes, blocking shots. I think it's going to be a team effort like that on both sides of the puck that's going to win this game today.
Notre Dame wins another draw. Hogenauer tried to feed it toward the net. Casillas is there. Christian Smith pressuring Mickey, puts it down low. Jaswin scores! Drew Jaswin just 3.5 minutes in, and Notre Dame is up 1-0.
You know, this is a concern for Centennial. They've given up shots like this on the inside already 3 times, and here you see Jaswin just from below the dot, able to get one over the shoulder of Taylor, and Notre Dame takes the 1-0 lead. Jaswin's one of the guys we talked about. You look at their offense and what they're able to do, and how many guys can create offense for this Notre Dame Saint team. And Jaswin is one of those guys, and that's a good shot to get this team up 1-0. But we've seen enough of Centennial. This is not going to be a 1-goal game.
They almost scored 6 goals per game, Centennial does, and they gave up the first goal against Pinnacle in the semifinals. Head coach Caleb Drinkhouse said there was no panic on the bench. Jaswin gets the goal. Mickey on the assists. Borzone across the line for Notre Dame. His shot saved by Taylor. Rebound cleared out of harm's way. Switchenberg will pick it up and start the rush. Bjorndal trying to dive for it. Switchenberg at the goal line, put it off the post. From a very sharp angle, the captain found iron.
That was close. That reverse VH by Matthew Gahan almost gave one up for his shoulder. That was a heck of a shot by Switchenberg.
Peter, we know you love that.
You know me and my reverse VH rant.
Switchenberg puts it around the track. Steele looking for it. Borzone doing a good job of keeping it in the zone. It makes its way all the way out to Gabrick, who will clear the zone for Centennial. And this one will go down for icing.
We talked about the first 5 minutes, and you can really see it in the Centennial team. This isn't the Centennial team we saw in the quarterfinals and semifinals. I don't think they've got their legs yet. I think there's still a little bit of nerves going right now in the red, white, and blue club, and Notre Dame just eased right into this game. Again, we talked about them being here before. I think it shows so far early in this game.
Notre Dame, they scored first against Desert Vista last year, ended up losing that game 5-4 in overtime. Pareja right off the draw. Here comes Cade, making his way past one. Mickey does a good job of coming back to take the puck away. Fusco keeps it in at the blue. Notre Dame looking to move out the other way. 7-1, Notre Dame in front in shots on net, 1-0 on the scoreboard. Drew Jaswin from Tate Mickey and Madden Hogenauer. Jaswin backhands it ahead. Hordichuk right off the bench on it. Had a real breakout game in the semis against Mountain Ridge. Jaswin toward the net, and Taylor will hold.
Yeah, you saw Pareja on that last break. He gets over the blue line, looks like he's going to make something happen, and we talked about Mickey again. That's a heck of a play by Mickey, coming back, defending that play, and against one of the most dangerous players in all of Arizona high school hockey. It's a nice play by Mickey.
First 5 minutes are over. Notre Dame up 1-0 and up 8-1 in shots on net. Borzone will take the draw. The sophomore for Notre Dame, who missed the first part of this season with a torn PCL. Played 8 games in Division I this year as Bjorndal fires it toward the net high. And he's made a huge impact, Borzone has. Niles takes it away from Gramlich. Toward the net, blocker save from Taylor. Puts it into the corner. Niles turns with it. Centennial exits the zone. Anders gives it right back. Looks like a new stick for Chance Taylor in net as well. It's shining from up here.
It's a state finalist, Dylan. Any advantage you can get. Got to look good to play good.
Hogenauer turned it over to Gabrick off the wall, who couldn't control. Calm play by Borzone in the corner. Kane pins him to the wall. Chase Kane applying the physicality in front of the Centennial student section.
And he's a big kid. And you got to watch the physicality in this game because both of these teams on the power play are absolutely dangerous. So you don't want to be sitting in the penalty box. I was going to say that play looked offside to me, but what the heck do I know, Dylan? No, you see, Kane has had a great tournament so far. He's one of those guys, if he hasn't been able to get involved offensively, he can try to get involved physically. He is a big body guy, usually spends his time in front of the net in the blue paint, but there he's trying to dig it up in the corner. And as the Notre Dame player came in behind him, you got to worry about that cross-checking, using your stick fouls. Notre Dame doesn't need to take a penalty here in the next few minutes in this first period.
Chase Kane with 2 goals against Pinnacle in the semifinals on Thursday night. 1 on the power play. Here's Pareja over the line. Cade Pareja out of the goal line. He'll go around, wrap around try. Couldn't turn over the wrists. He gets it right back past Jaswin. Chase Kaplan applying the physicality. Here's the top unit, back at the top. Niles, his shot blocked away. A diving play by the freshman Hordichuk to deflect that puck out of the rink.
Yeah, you talk about the team defending for Notre Dame. You talk about that play at the net with Pareja coming around for the wraparound. Able to defend it. Here's the shot from the point. And you see Hordichuk getting in the lane, getting a stick on that puck and deflecting over the glass. Great team defending by the Notre Dame Saints right now. But again, you're starting to see the speed of Pareja starting to creep in. That's 2 rushes in a row where he's getting close to the net. The fear now is Gahan hasn't seen a puck in what, 4 or 5 minutes now?
Not counting the Switchenberg post, had to be. It comes all the way around for Gramlich. For Borzone over the line. Borzone shoots off the stick of Niles and out of play.
I think both teams are still in that feeling out period too. The ice has been tilted for the Notre Dame Saints. So let's be honest. They're out shooting 8-1. You know, we're 7 minutes into this game and it's been Notre Dame. I think Centennial is going to have to find a way to get to their strengths. We talked about their defending. They're trying to get sticks and lanes. They're trying to keep Notre Dame out of the blue paint, but they're going to have to find a way to generate some offense, whether that's dumping it in, getting in on the forecheck, or getting that team speed going.
It'll be an offensive zone draw for the sophomore Justin Kaplan. Pushes it forward. Smith is fighting for it. McCaughey as well. You see a lot of this top unit for Centennial that plays in their defensive zone. McCaughey, Pareja, and Gabuya. Casillas knocks it ahead for Pareja. Across the logo is McCaughey. Pareja will take it back for Centennial and toss it all the way across. Revs up the engine. Cade Pareja on the circle. Backhand pass in front. Couldn't connect with his teammate as Centennial will try to come back the other way, and McCaughey does a good job of coming on the back check. Here it comes over the line. McCaughey shoots. Blocker saved by Gay, and it comes right back in front. Pareja shoots. He scores! Cade Pareja on a fortunate bounce goes high glove and ties us up at 1.
You know, this is where you talked about. There's the shot off the glass by McCaughey. Comes right to Pareja, the most talented player in all of Arizona hockey, leads the state in scoring. Comes right on his stick, undefended, over the glove of Gahan, and we got a tie ball game.
Cade Pareja had 21 goals this year in just 14 games in the regular season. That's a goal scorer's goal right there. Put it where nobody could really reach it.
And we'll see what this does to momentum. Like we said, that it's been all Notre Dame. Shots are now 8-3, but this has been a Notre Dame period so far. What does this goal do to them? Are they able to get back into this game? Do they feel confident, or is Centennial going to pick it up now?
Gahan makes the glove save on Casillas. You mentioned it. It was all Notre Dame in the first 7 minutes. Does that change the tide? Does that turn it a little bit?
Yeah, we'll see. And it's a strange bounce off the glass right to Pareja's stick. Like, that's just an unfortunate bounce for the Notre Dame Saints. But we talked about Gahan. He hasn't seen any rubber yet. He had one save early in the period, and since then nothing. And now he's got to face Cade Pareja from the dot.
Dangerous is not even the word. McCaughey and Gabuya get the assist on the goal by Pareja. Tate Mickey the other way for Notre Dame. The senior Christian Smith will come back.
Yeah, good stick by Smith there. He's one of the young men we got to talk to yesterday at Media Day. Again, this is a confident group.
Cade Pareja after the semis, he was as confident as he gets. A nice smile. Farrer comes in front. Gahan with the save.
Colin Farrer, another senior on this Centennial club. Now they're starting to get their shots on goal now. Maybe this is what it needed for Centennial to get going and finally shake off those jitters of a state championship game. You know, there's much more fans than we saw in the semifinal games here in the Mullet. Maybe the nerves just are starting to shake off.
You can tell it's a different feeling in here from the semis and the quarterfinals, and that was a great event. This is just a different level.
Yeah,
and the trophy's on the line.
And you look good today too. you wear the good shirt.
What's the bad shirt? Kaplan gets knocked into the wall. Anders puts it in deep for Taylor to go and play it. 8:10 to go in the first. 1-1 we stand. Long pass for Pareja. They connect. Pareja inside, taken down, and a penalty upcoming. That's on Adam Kaplan. He's one of the best defensemen in Division I, and Pareja draws the trip.
And there's the speed of Centennial. You talked about them being trapped in their own zone. Now they're starting to stretch the zone, trying to use their speed to get all the way through the neutral zone on a quick stretch play to Pareja. And boy, I tell you what, he's hard to defend. You saw how slippery he can be in front of that net.
Move from his left to his right, and now Notre Dame has the PK without Adam Kaplan, one of their best penalty killers.
Got his stick caught up in the feet of Pareja. And let's look at this dangerous Centennial power play. 19
power play goals in the regular season for Centennial in just 20 games.
Yeah, they're scoring threats all over on this one. You got Gabuya, you've got Switchenberg. You know, of course, you've got the leader of the group, Pareja.
Pareja to Switchenberg at the top, down low. Cade in front for Kane, and he put it wide.
That's where we talked about Kane in front of the net. What a big body can do in the blue paint.
Very reminiscent of their second goal against Pinnacle in the semis. Switchenberg stands at the top. Big shot in McCaughey, and a block by the sophomore Jack Wilson. Kept in by the big body of McCaughey. Wilson taken down by Kane. Yeah, 40 seconds gone in the power play.
I think Notre Dame wanted to see a tripping call on that one.
In front for Gabuya. Bjorndal pressures. Kept in by Centennial. Pareja back up top, and everyone's going to have to touch. Notre Dame is going to get a little bit of a break. Gabuya can't pick it up. Notre Dame will go back to their defense and clear it down. Not only was it 19 power play goals in the regular season for the Centennial power play.
Played with a high stick, we're going to face this one off.
Last 3 games for Centennial, 9 power play goals.
Yeah, it's just dangerous. We talked about this in the Pinnacle game in the semifinals. That's where the tide turned, when Pinnacle started spending some time in the penalty box, and that's where Centennial really started to take it to the Pioneers.
46 seconds to go in the penalty against Kaplan for tripping. Gabuya will pick it up in his own end for Centennial. Here comes Pareja. The one-man wrecking ball across the line. Pareja drops it for Gabuya. It finds Switchenberg. Switchenberg with space, shoots, saved by Gahan.
I'm not sure if Gahan got to see all of that one, but great positioning at the top of the blue paint, able to smother that one in. But here it is, you see Switchenberg getting into the top of the circle, getting that through some bodies. Gahan's able to make the save and cover it up, and we got a whistle in the defensive zone.
That's what happens when you have such an athletic D-man back there in Switchenberg. He can create plays on his own. Off the draw, Gabuya shoots, save by Gahan, got the glove on it, short side. Kept in by Pareja, 15 seconds to go in the penalty against Kaplan. Switchenberg at the top, will go all the way across for Pareja. Gabuya in the slot, tried to give it back to him. Gramlich applying the pressure on Gabuya. And Switchenberg will take it back for Centennial. Out of the box is Kaplan, we're back to even strength.
Good penalty kill by the Saints.
Pareja walks in, his shot, he put it high. Just missed the crossbar on a similar shot of the first goal. Now Mickey with some speed. Take Mickey to the net. Backhand save by Taylor. Oh, Chance Taylor with his best save of the night so far as this one goes down for icing.
Wow, and it's funny, we were talking about the shots, 8-1. Here's Tate Mickey taking the defenseman wide right after the penalty expires. Tries to go from left to right, and what a save by Taylor. Getting the pad down. We talked about shots were 8-1 at one point. They're 9-9. Centennial's right back in this one. And now it's Taylor that's been sitting there for a while. What a great left pad save by Taylor.
You said it, Centennial turned the ice with their power play after scoring as well. First time Taylor's seen a little bit of rubber in a while.
Yeah, and I do think it was nerves for this Centennial Coyote team, and I think they're gone.
Pareja kind of calmed everything down for them.
Yeah, you know what, and that's what you need your skill players to do.
Gabrick knocks it ahead. Here's Gabrick shooting, and a glove save by Gahan.
Yeah, and Gahan just takes that in smooth, calm, confident in the blue paint. I'm sure he's frustrated giving up one. He's a guy that takes a lot of pride back there, but he's played extremely well, and he had to make a couple big saves on the penalty kill. Here he is here getting the wrist shot from the top of the circle. Square, gloves it in. No problem for Gahan.
A Centennial team with a lot of experience, not in the playoffs. That was the storyline. They've kind of put that to rest. 14 seniors on this Centennial team. Notre Dame not far behind with 7. All playing in their last high school hockey game potentially. The winner will go to Nationals, represent Arizona at the national tournament, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in March. Ahead for Bjorndal. Watched by Smith. Bjorndal in front, saved by Taylor. It went off the skate of Borzone, and Taylor had to be attentive to keep that out. Now some words after the whistle with Gramlich, and it looked like Casillas.
Here you see it out in front, all off his skate, but Taylor is right there with the pad again. Taylor's looking good. Again, confident. I think he, along with this whole entire Centennial club, had a little bit of nerves coming into this one. This is the game we expected, Dylan. I think what we've seen over the last 5 minutes, this is what we expected.
Very even.
Buzzing. Yeah, this is an even game.
Back up to the top, Chase Kaplan toward the net, and a block down by the Centennial defense. McCaughey got both off the leg. McCaughey's been so impressive offensively for Centennial, but you got to give him a lot of props for his defensive work.
You know, it's a lot of guys on both these teams. It's surprising who's getting in lanes.
Gabuya tips it ahead at the goal line. He'll wrap the net. Takes a hit from Chase Kaplan. Kaplan and Gabuya are on the same travel team for the Sun Devils. Now opponents. Mickey takes a check from Switchenberg. Pareja tried to get it away. Mickey at the goal line in front. Hordichuk and a save by Taylor. The freshman was trying to get in on the championship game scoring.
Rare turnover there by Pareja. Tried to get it around Mickey. He just couldn't do it. Mickey picks it up. Nice soft touch pass to Hordichuk in front of the net. Hordichuk, the freshman, right into the pillows of Taylor. It's a great chance by this Hordichuk. I tell you what, he's had 2 great games in this tournament.
Had a great season, and Notre Dame is not a team that usually brings up a lot of freshmen to their Division I team. Hordichuk pushed that envelope, and he's been very good for them the entire year, and now especially in the playoffs. Bjorndal in front, and Taylor had to direct it to the corner. Down low for Borzone. This is the top unit for Notre Dame. Bjorndal, Borzone, and Gramlich. Taken away, and here come the Coyotes. Chase Kane over the line. Kane to the outside. Deflected off the stick of Hogenauer. The junior defense stopping that shot. Steal to the net. Saved by Gahan with the left pad. Down low, Gabrick looked to feed Steele in front. Off the stick of Hogenauer. Cleared away from Notre Dame. Almost reached Gramlich. Good play by Niles. Kane one more time. Back in front for Steele. Couldn't get the backhand off. The puck pops up, and picking it up is Borzone behind his own cage. Turned it over for Gabrick, who shoots. It went wide. 3:10 to go in period number 1. Cleared all the way down. Who's going to get there first? Niles does. Almost put it in front. Gramlich was there for the taking.
What a one-handed play by Niles to pull that puck behind the goal line safely.
Now back in front. Borzone fighting with Smith. Both sticks fighting for it. Back to Chase Kaplan, who shoots. Deflected off the body of Niles and wide. Wood will backhand it down. Dangerous play. And the Coyotes will clear out the zone. A 1-1 game with 2:35 to go in the first period. Both teams have had their stretches. Kaplan behind the net. Back in front. Koch, he put it high. That's the freshman getting on the ice. A big game against Brophy. A goal and an assist. And now a big chance in the championship. Now down low. Wood tried to feed the center. He had Justin Kaplan. McCaughey behind his own net. He'll skate it out for Centennial. Long pass, cross ice for Pareja. Off his skate. Him and Kaplan go into the corner. Wood for Notre Dame. You're going to see a lot of Pareja, but we've seen a lot of McCaughey in this first period as well. Shoot back for Centennial. Off the glass for Pareja. Cuts to the middle. Big hit. Tate Mickey. Hordichuk the other way. The freshman in the circle. Hordichuk shoots. Saved by Taylor with the shoulder. That's that speed of Notre Dame. A hit in neutral ice, and they come back the other way.
Look at the game Mickey's having. Open ice hit at center ice against the best player on the Centennial Club, and able to get puck going the other way.
A bounce for Jaswin in front and poked away from Taylor. Hogenauer misses the slap shot. Here's Gabuya the other way. 1-on-2. Gabuya across the line, lost the puck. Kaplan will rush it. We go end to end here in the final minute of the first. Kaplan still with it. Tried to cut toward the net.
What a last minute of play there, Dylan.
Opening up a little bit. Here's Gramlich. Taken away from Casillas. What a play from Jason Casillas back on D. Took the puck away from Gramlich, forced it back out to neutral. 40 seconds to go in the first. Casillas turns it over for Borzone. He couldn't control. Back to Jack Wilson. Talked to defensive coach Taylor Nelson for Notre Dame. He speaks glowingly about Jack Wilson, the sophomore. 2 new D to Notre Dame this year. Chase Kaplan, here's one, and Jack Wilson. They paired them together, and they fit in perfectly.
Yeah, this is a team that doesn't get enough credit for their defending. And I think through this first period, they've done a great job containing the speed from this Centennial Coyote club.
Turned over. Smith will go back with 5 seconds. A Notre Dame team that gave up the least amount of goals in the regular season. And at the end of one, we are deadlocked. 1-1 here at Mullet Arena. Notre Dame started off the scoring with Drew Jaswin. And then it was Cade Pareja to tie us up at 1. A really good first period, Petey. What'd you think?
Yeah, it took Centennial a while to get into this one. And I think once they got their nerves out, and I thought that was the Centennial team we were expecting to see. The other thing is, this game went in waves. You saw the first 5 minutes, it was all Notre Dame Saints. The next 5 minutes, it was Centennial. And then Notre Dame came up in the last few minutes of the game. I want to make that last play. We didn't get to talk about that flurry where Mickey makes that save. Mickey makes the play at center ice. Big hit at center ice against Perea. Turns the puck over and able to get the puck going back the other way. And what a save by Taylor. We talked about the senior goalie who didn't play in the last game in the semifinals, where he would be after not playing since the quarterfinals. He made some amazing saves. I mean, he had 3 or 4 point-blank saves, including that one in the last minute of play on a breakaway. So I think it was a really good period by the goaltender Taylor as well.
A fortunate bounce for Centennial, get them back into it. How do you think the game changed after Centennial scored that first goal?
It's funny. They get a bad bounce. Notre Dame gets the bad bounce. I think Centennial got a little bit of momentum on their power play, and you waited for their big boys to wake up. And I think Pareja, you get those first 2 shifts, he couldn't quite get all the way through the neutral zone before turning it over. And then he gets the puck on his stick. Then you get that stretch play to Pareja. I just think you're just waiting for him to blow up in this one, because I think he's coming on. But you talk about the defending of Notre Dame. They were getting in lanes, there were sticks in lanes, there were bodies in lanes. I thought they did a really nice job in keeping Centennial off the board, especially on the penalty kill, where they had a couple of big blocks and then great saves by Gahan.
Now, Petey, we're usually very serious here on the broadcast, but
We are.
now it's the end of the first period, and we got a helmet in the center of the ice. It's chuck-a-puck time.
I got to grab
here from the broadcast. I know you purchased a few pucks. You got them right here in the backpack. You get 5 pucks for $10. So if you're here,
don't lose a thing. Can you hit it from here?
Let's see.
When Ben, our producer, gets a chuck-a-puck, we got Ben's got to get a chuck-a-puck.
Let's
Are
see
you
if
ready?
we can toss it. Here we
Can
go.
you make it?
3, 2, 1.
I think mine's in. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. We just got one more. This is the excitement and the content you tune into the AHSHA YouTube channel for, is a little chuck-a-puck. Oh, it makes it on the ice. I thought I might have hit that guy in the head. Lawsuits, I hope the insurance is paid off. I don't think we won anything in the first intermission. Chuck-a-puck here at the state championship at Mullet Arena. I tell you what, the atmosphere here has been amazing. Like, this is exactly what you want from a state championship for the state of Arizona. Let's get hats off to Kenny McGinley, the president of AHSHA. What this has turned into, it's been from the ice den to Oceanside, and then it outgrew both of those buildings, and they found a real platform here at Mullet Arena. And I tell you what, last year it was one game. It was a state championship. This year we've been here all week.
Yep.
We had quarterfinals Tuesday, Wednesday. We had semifinals Thursday, and here we are for the championship game on Sunday. And they've done an outstanding job here. Kenny and Jenna and the entire staff at AHSHA pulling this thing off has been absolutely amazing. What
a great season, and another really good championship so far. 1-1 after one. Pete, I don't want to kick you out, but we have a guest coming up. We got a couple guests coming on.
I'm old. I can't talk this much and this long anyway.
We're going to bring on a few of the Desert Vista guys from last year. Ryan Jim is here, Daniel Riley, Marcello Lane. We got them mic'd up. We're going to get their mics right there. Petey's going to give Danny one of their headphones. Now, these guys won the championship last year right back here at Mullet Arena. Marcello, flip that mic down right there.
I feel very professional.
Now, you got the ring on, and I think that's very fitting. Being back here at Mullet Arena, an arena that you scored the overtime winner in last year, 5-4 win, and you got the ring on.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool ring. Gotta wear it. Gotta flex the NDP over here.
Exactly right. You beat the Notre Dame Prep Saints last year in a 4-1 comeback win. You have Ryan Jim, the MVP. Ryan, what did you do with the golden stick once you got it?
It's hanging up in my room right now, actually.
You had 9 goals in those playoffs. Was that the best stretch of your hockey career?
It might have been, yeah. It felt really good throughout playoffs, so it was a lot of fun.
You had 4 goals against Pinnacle in the semis, and then you had the game-tying goal after you took the 10-minute penalty in the penalty box with 1 minute to go. How do you guys feel being back here?
It feels great. We missed it.
Yeah, I love being here.
Brings back memories.
You guys won the championship here last year. You see a Notre Dame team here again. You see a Centennial team here that really coming into this year, no one really thought that they were going to be here. What do you think of the game so far?
It's a very exciting game. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I think this is probably the best matchup that probably could have been. So I'm excited.
You have number 1 seed Centennial, you have number 3 seed Notre Dame, and also you got a lot of your Bobcat teammates on the ice. I know you personally, you play with McCaughey, you play with Graham. Are you cheering for both of them, or are you cheering for one side? How are you going about this, Ryan?
I don't know. Obviously, we're cheering for all the Bobcats, and I don't know if we're really cheering for a specific side, but I'm just hoping they all have some success. That's why we're happy. Jasmine got the first goal, and hopefully Reed and McCaughey can get on the board too.
Now, we have our All-Star game every year, right around January, and I think that's probably one of the best games to watch because it's so fast and you have the best players from each team. You're on a line with you, McCaughey, and Gramlich. For the people who haven't seen that, how do you describe that line when you guys are on the ice together?
It's a lot of fun to play with them. When you play with guys that are that skilled, it makes the game easier. So you don't have to work as hard, and we just have a lot of chemistry, so it's a lot of fun.
For you, Danny, last year, bringing back so many memories, what does last year's championship mean to you guys and the entire team? You guys had a lot of seniors last year. What will you remember from this game last year playing here at the Mullen?
That was the best night of my life. I know it was for a lot of the teammates, and that brought us together, and I know I'm going to be friends with these guys for the rest of my life.
For you, Marcello, the OT winner, you got to take us through it because, let's start with this. 9 minutes to go in the third period. You guys are down 4-1, and a lot of this crowd is probably counting you out, saying, hey, this game's over. You could probably leave right now. 8 minutes to go, you got 1 to go, and then it starts to go. Danny had the 3rd goal. Ryan had the 4th goal. You had the 5th goal. Take us through those 8 minutes and then the overtime.
So, first off, before that, Jimbo getting his 10-minute penalty. After the second period, we changed up the lines a little bit, thought it might work, and then he decides to ruin that in 12 minutes. And then, we start getting some power plays, and Kimbo pops one, his second one of the night. And then a couple minutes later, Danny pots his, and then a minute left, Jimbo his, and then overtime. We start off on the PK, not too good. Kill that off, and then, in the play, we go down. I think I shot it with my eyes closed, and then...
Now, Enzi was with you, and his shot was blocked, and then it just ended up right in your stick, right?
Yeah.
So, an OT winner, you go all the way down the ice. Probably the best feeling you've ever had going from goal line to goal line, I'd say.
I don't remember. I think I blacked out during my celebration.
You guys were the first team to win the championship at Mullet Arena. How was that experience like? You're so used to playing at the ice dens, used to playing what used to be Oceanside Ice Arena. How was it playing here in a professional college ice rink?
Surreal. Having that amount of fans here in one place is just insane.
I'd say unreal.
Yeah, it's really special playing here in front of that many people, so it's a lot of fun.
How would you describe, now Dan, you said the best moment of your life. How would you describe this if you're watching this game, maybe you're thinking about coming back here next year to be here as a fan. How would you describe now being here as fans and watching your teammates and other players in the league play?
A lot less pressure. But no, it's good. Seeing all the Bobcats, all the buddies I know playing their dreams out. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun seeing friends here that don't even play high school hockey, but they're just here to watch the game. So I think it's great.
I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
Of course, Notre Dame's going to have a lot of fans taking a photo. Pinnacle's going to have a lot of fans. But at Vista, we didn't really know how many fans were going to come. You guys had a huge crowd here, especially in the student section down below.
That was a great deal to our student council. They really pushed our hockey team to everyone to show up for our school. So it was very neat to see.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I know a lot of play goes to the football team at high schools, basketball teams. Maybe not a lot of hockey fans, or maybe not a lot of people who know that you even have a hockey team at the school. How did it feel seeing those guys come and support you here in your championship game?
Am I doing all the talking?
I mean, it felt great. We did a lot of marketing. Like, we reached out to everyone we knew and said, hey, show up. And I think word just kind of spread.
Yeah, I think they said it was a lot of fun watching hockey, and changed to, basketball and football. So I think they were really excited too.
Well, guys, really thank you for coming on here at the intermission. 1-1 the score after one. Can we get some game picks from you guys? How do we feel?
Centennial money line.
I'm taking the Centennial money line.
Also with Centennial?
I think Notre Dame might take it this year.
All right, so Ryan's going with the team that he ended their season last year. You guys with Centennial. We thank you guys for coming on. As always, you guys are the best. Championships right here. The defending champions for at least a couple more hours.
Thank you for having us.
We'll take a break, and we'll be right back here at Motoring.
Thank you, Dylan.
Of course, guys. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
That went great. That went really good.
Didn't get these back.
All right back here in Mull Arena here in Tempe, Arizona. 1-1 the score after one. Dylan Pescator along with my man, Steve Peters. Petey, one period, and it seemed like it kind of changed right around that Centennial goal. All Notre Dame to start, then the Coyotes got their legs under them.
It went in streaks. I mean, Notre Dame in the first 5, Centennial in the next 5, and then Notre Dame finished this period really strong. Ended up fairly even. Shots are 13-11 Notre Dame. I thought Notre Dame had the better of the chances through the first period, but we know the Centennial club is good enough and skilled enough and fast enough that they could get their offense going at any time.
Only one penalty in that period. Notre Dame with a strong PK after a few chances from the Coyotes. And then at the end of that first period, Notre Dame had a chance to take that 2-1 lead. Chance Taylor was big at the end of the first.
You know, I thought Taylor, for not playing in the semifinals, hasn't seen any action since Tuesday. I think he was sharp. And it was one of the concerns coming in for a guy that hadn't played in the semifinal games. And I thought he was really sharp in this game. And I thought he had the bigger of the saves, bigger than Gahan. Gahan, when he had him. He made some big saves too, especially on that penalty kill. So I think the goaltending's been solid both directions.
Gahan with 10 saves in the first period. Taylor with 12 as we sit 1-1 at the end of one. What did you see in that first period that really surprised you?
Well, there's a couple things. I think Notre Dame, their ability to get in shooting lanes and block shots, I think that was a key early in this game. I think them, especially on the penalty kill, getting in shooting lanes. You saw Mickey at the big open ice hit. That's a big play in the neutral zone against one of the best players on this Centennial team. And Centennial is able to keep their speed, Notre Dame speed at bay. They had great sticks. Smith was really good. Switchenberg was great. I tell you what, the defense has been a bigger part of this game than the offense so far, and I think I'm a little surprised at that. 1-1
after one, only 2 goals total in the first, which is very surprising considering these two offenses. The number 1 offense in Centennial and the number 3 offense in Notre Dame in the regular season. We put up big numbers in the games that I've got here. Quarters on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were the semifinals.
And we've seen it too in the last 2 games on the semifinals too. This is how the first periods went. You know, they were 1-1, there was 1-0 in the other game. They were really tight, they were really close through one. And then each team continued to get better and continued to play to their strengths. And as the game wore on, I think you really saw their offense come to light for both Notre Dame and Centennial. Let's see if that happens again tonight. I don't know. I think the goaltending and the defending has been so good. This game may not blow up like we thought it might early before the game started.
And you know what's the other thing that stood out to me were the freshmen for Notre Dame really just getting their feet under them early. Koch and Hordichuk had a good first period. They didn't let this environment of Mullen Arena really impact them.
You know, that Hordichuk's been really impressive. Through the semifinals and the finals today, he's definitely a kid that plays more mature than a freshman, than his years say. He's great with the puck, great in the offensive zone. I think you're going to see these freshmen and sophomores for both teams. I think they're going to make a difference in this game, and I think that's where the depth comes in. You talk about the top lines of both teams. They played even right now, and I think they both have that skill. So you're waiting to see that young hero, or who's going to be that guy that's going to step up and really make a difference today. And for me, so far, it's been Tate Mickey. He's been very good. I've noticed on both ends of the ice, and I really like the way he's come to play today.
Notre Dame has talked about Tate Mickey. Really took a jump in the second year of this season, and now in the playoffs, even better. Had a goal in the championship last year in the 5-4 loss to Desert Vista. Also got to talk with a few of the TV players earlier in the intermission. If you want to go back to it, we had Ryan Jim, Danny O'Reilly, and Marcello Lane talking here between the periods. 1-1 as we start the second period, a fresh 17 minutes on the clock.
And one of the things we talked about with Charles Missio, this is a team that's been here before. They're not going to be rattled, right? But we talked about the other bench, and I think it took them 5-10 minutes to get into this game. Nerves are gone. They're not hearing the sounds of the crowd anymore. This is an even playing field start of the second period. So I think Caleb Drinkhouse has done a great job getting his group prepared as well.
And another thing is, in the regular season, there's only about a minute between periods. Now you get the full ice cut. You had, 20 minutes between with the chuck-a-puck and everything, where we did hit the ice. That was good for us.
Yeah.
But you get a full rest, and now you can get your guys going at 100%.
You know, it's interesting because they're playing 17-minute periods versus the 15 that they're used to. They play 17 at Nationals, so I think this helps them get ramped up for that. I don't know what this long intermission is going to do for them. They usually get that minute, and they're right back at it. So when you got the momentum going like Notre Dame did have at the end of that first period, you can keep that momentum going. And now that you sat in the locker room for 15 minutes. So let's see who can get their legs going first to start the second period.
All right, Notre Dame in their purple, Centennial in the whites. Teams have switched sides 1-1 at the end of one. It's Kane, it's Borzone in the circle, and Centennial wins the draw. Jaswin for Notre Dame in the first, and then Pareja for Centennial. Kane over the line, across, shot goes wide. Off the side of the net by Gabrick. Here's Gramlich the other way for Notre Dame. Casillas gets the better of him once more. Haven't seen that breakout yet from Reed Gramlich. His fourth championship game.
It's funny because he looked like he has momentum going there. He just mishandled the puck at the red line, so he's waiting to break loose.
Casillas for Centennial. Fights with Wilson. Steele tries to backhand it, and Casillas will come back for the Coyotes. 13-12, Notre Dame leads in shots. Tie game on the scoreboard. Chase Kaplan backs it off the board. Bjorndal will give it right back. As a Centennial D-man, you always have to look behind you because you have Gramlich kind of almost like a snake there ready to strike.
You know, I think that's one of the things they've done well. They haven't gapped up. They haven't been really tight up in the neutral zone because they don't want the Notre Dame forwards getting in behind them through the neutral zone like we've seen throughout this tournament. I think they've done a really nice job. And here's where you got to watch it. You got the late line change, and now you're getting a forward sneaking in behind.
Here's Borzone over the line. Sam Borzone backhand try, and Taylor holds onto it. Taylor, the senior, gets the start. Started in the quarterfinals. Let up that first one, but he's been good ever since.
Yeah, he's been solid. He's been solid. You know what? We saw great goaltending by Gibbs in the semifinal. And I think we're seeing it tonight in the championship game with Taylor.
Jaswin had that goal to start off the scoring for Notre Dame. He's in the face-off dot. Mickey helps it back to Hogenauer. His shot blocked down. Got it right back and had another shot blocked. McCall, 4 shot blocks already today. Been very strong defensively. Niles for Centennial will whip it around the boards. Gabuya, Centennial. Holding in the corner. Switchenberg now. Getting a little bit of run it forward. Hogenauer puts in down to the ice. Jaswin with speed coming from behind his own cage. He takes a spill. Some fresh ice. Just flooded it. Jaswin goes down in the corner. So does McCaughey. Gahan will keep it going for Kaplan. 2 minutes gone here in the second. The period of the long change. Freshman Hordichuk. Back to the junior Kaplan. 46-47. Open out of the zone. Melissa looking to take it away. Hordichuk comes out with it. Here's Braden Hordichuk over the line. On the backhand, look to feed the front. Taylor couldn't hold. It comes back to the freshman for Notre Dame. Switchenberg at the end of a long shift. Notre Dame can't hold the zone. Here's Gabuya the other way with speed. Gabuya, Melissa, and Switchenberg. Gabuya's shot saved by Gahan. Melissa, the sophomore, keeps the puck in for Centennial. And Pareja, we saw him back on D against Pinnacle. Now we're seeing him back on D here for Centennial.
He talked about he needed to get more room. When he wasn't getting any room when he was playing up front against Pinnacle, so they threw him back in defense, and he thought he could wind it up a little bit more and get that speed going through the neutral zone. So they're giving him an opportunity on the back end again tonight.
And they're not missing much. When they put Switchenberg up to forwards, they put Pareja back on D.
I tell you what, both those two kids can skate. They can play the puck extremely well. And you know what? They can both defend. Again, Gahan with a nice save before this whistle. I think he's getting into this game. We're seeing more shots. That one, again, when he's playing well, he just looks calm in the blue paint, and he's doing that today.
A lot of shots on both goalies already tonight. 15 for Notre Dame on Taylor, 14 for Centennial on Gahan. Gramlich taps it ahead for Borzone. Bjorndal can't collect. He'll cross the line with it. High shot goes above the crossbar. Chase Kaplan keeps it at the blue. Good bounce. Borzone in front, and Bjorndal's shot. He didn't have enough room, and Taylor came out to the top of his crease.
You know, that's a rare miscue by the Centennial defense. Let's take another look at it, all alone in front of the net. Centennial's done such a good job at defending the blue paint, but here Taylor has to come up big to save and bail out his defenseman on that play.
Bjorndal with that loose puck in tight as well. Not enough space to move around.
Yeah, and it's their top players. You can't give those kind of opportunities to their best players. A rare misstep by the Centennial D-corps.
Christian Smith back for the Coyotes. Kane will tap it ahead. Casillas for Centennial. Puts it on Gahan, who makes the blocker stop. Koch just gets it ahead to Justin Kaplan, who loses it. We have a very old, experienced team in Centennial with a lot of 14 seniors.
Yeah, they nice job standing up the blue line there, not allowing Kaplan to enter the zone.
Hogenauer with a block on Christian Smith. Notre Dame the other way. Wood fanned on the first try. Kaplan for Notre Dame in the corner. Head coach Charles Missio said last year didn't really take in that 17 minutes. Sometimes their top guys got a little tired. Now you're going to see their third and fourth units come to work. They have that experience of playing in a game like this with 17-minute periods. Kane in front, and they couldn't find Steele. Mickey the other way for Notre Dame. Tate Mickey with a good first period, looking to continue. He gets it back in the corner. Down low, Perea takes it away. Play both sides of the puck. Big hit by Hordachuk. Notre Dame keeps possession. Wilson puts it into the corner. It's going to be an icing. He did not reach the red.
Been a defensive battle this period. You know, we talked about how much these teams and how much offense they have, and we're still waiting for Gramlich and Perea to really break loose in this. I know Perea's got the first and only goal for Centennial, but we're just waiting to see that speed break through.
You got some Notre Dame students coming here, and you see that at the college level. Petey, they went shirtless, they painted their chest purple, and they got SAINTS.
There you go. Dylan, thank goodness we didn't have to do that.
Bjorndal ahead for Gramlich, lost the puck. Farrer for Centennial across the line. His shot went wide. Now the other way we go. Bjorndal across the line, shoots, glove save by Taylor. Bjorndal got a good piece of that one.
Yeah, and I think it might have rode up the Centennial defenseman's stick. That's a really nice save by Taylor. Nice glove save. You're going to see it on the replay. I don't know if he gets a stick on this one or not. Yeah, it might be through the defenseman's leg. That's a heck of a shot. Nice save by Taylor. He's been sharp. He's been sharp.
Especially after the first goal given up. So Jasmine in the face-off dot for Notre Dame. Already 17 shots in on Taylor. He saved 16 of them. Perea behind his own net. Gabuya, McCaughey, a perfect breakout. McCaughey over the line. McCaughey trying to fight his way toward the net, and Kaplan takes him off the puck.
Nice defensive play by Kaplan against one of the stars on the Centennial team.
Hordachuk looked to leave it. Perea the other way for Centennial. Up ahead for Switchenberg, he couldn't control. Another loose puck. Gabuya in the circle. Drop pass for McCaughey, caught up in his skates.
Well, lucky that one didn't connect for the Notre Dame Saints there. McCaughey all alone. That would have been a 2-on-1 in front of the Notre Dame net.
He had Switchenberg on the far circle. Over the line is Switchenberg. All the way across for Gabuya. Couldn't connect immediately. Down low for McCaughey. At the goal line. Puts it in front, looking for a cutting Gabuya. Niles looks to keep it in, and he does a good job at that. Pops out to Sam Koch. Here's the freshman Koch against Perea. He'll wait, puts a soft shot.
Kind of ran out of room
corner
there against that Centennial defending core there with Perea. And McCaughey was coming back to defend as well.
Here's Perea starting it up. Pass one, pass two. Perea still with the puck. Going in 1-on-4, and he got taken off the puck by Hogenauer.
Again, nice defensive play by Hogenauer. That's 2 rushes in a row where the Notre Dame defenseman's able to break up the play.
And you see the Saints, they make a quick stop in the defensive end. They're immediately thinking going right back down the ice.
Yeah, but it starts with the defenseman. I mean, it's been 2 good sticks. You're going to see it again with the rush by Perea coming in on the defenseman. Another nice play. Stick on puck. Looks Perea right in the chest and just pushes him off to the side. It's a really nice play. That Notre Dame defense has been looking sharp in the second period.
Here's the top unit for Notre Dame looking to get going. Borzone pushes it forward off the draw. Borzone will circle the zone. Shoot, save by Taylor. Reminiscent to his first goal against Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, I was seeing ice shot there from Borzone at the high end of the zone. That one is a tough play for Taylor.
Adam Kaplan picks up the puck, and Kane takes it away. Under 10 minutes to go in the second period. Christian Smith over the line. Smith, one move. He gets taken down. Penalty upcoming. against Notre Dame for tripping. What a play by Christian Smith.
I tell you, that kid defends incredibly well, but that's a heck of an offensive outburst by Smith. And here he goes across the blue line, makes a nice play, cuts to the middle, and just the stick underneath his feet takes it out.
Bjorndal to the box for tripping.
And here we're going to see that Centennial power play back to work. Came up empty in the first, but you can't continually give this group looks on the power play.
0 for 1 so far. Second penalty of the day, both against Notre Dame. Off the draw, immediately cleared out. 2-on-2 rush. Jaswin had a shorthanded goal against Mountain Ridge. He shoots, saved by Taylor. Rebound came right back in front. Gabuya goes across for Kane. It's Kane, Pareja, McCaughey, Gabuya, and Switchenberg, the 5-man unit. And they'll have to come all the way back out to neutral. Switchenberg on the backhand across the line. Turns with it. Now the Coyotes can get it set up. Pareja at the top. Drops it for Switchenberg. And he'll find a circle spot. 9-minute mark in the second. Pareja. Switchenberg. McCaughey walks in, shoots, he scores! Ryan McCaughey, power play goal, Centennial, up 2-1.
We've talked about that power play. There's that pass from Switchenberg down to McCaughey off of the left dot, and he's able to get it by Gahan. That's a great shot. Great play by Switchenberg, making that play, finding the open man down low in the zone, and Centennial's power play comes through.
What a wicked shot from McCaughey. Right from the circle. Nobody around him. Power play goal for Centennial, up 2-1 here in the middle part of the second period.
Got to stay out of the box if you're in the Notre Dame Saints going down the second half of this game.
They give Pareja and Gabuya the assists on the power play goal from McCaughey. 17 goals in 13 games in the regular season for McCaughey. He's done it all year long. Now he's doing it in the biggest games. Taylor keeps the puck along. Hogenauer at the top. Couldn't get all of it. Almost bounced in the back of the net. Wraparound try by Gramlich.
Taylor was fooled on that one. Thought the puck was coming out on his left. It comes out on his right.
Hogenauer's shots deflected to the corner. Now Gramlich goes to work. Down low for Bjorndal. Taken off the puck by Farrer. Colin Farrer lays out Bjorndal. And Centennial clears the zone. Now they start it up the other way. Jackson Steele across the line. Steele shoots off the leg of Kaplan.
Another block shot by those Saints with Kaplan.
He had Gabrick coming along the left side circle. Shot it, found the leg of Kaplan. Gahan gets the whistle.
And we talked to Coach Charles Missio yesterday, and his team's been down before, and he said, we never panic. We don't panic. We've been in these situations. So I wouldn't look for the Notre Dame Saints to go away on this one after that goal, and you saw it there with their top line getting back on the ice and having some offensive zone time against the Centennial Coyote Club. Then here's that replay. Oh, right, another great shot blocked by Kaplan.
Notre Dame will return Kaplan, Adam, Chase, and Hogenauer next year as well. Here's Hordichuk, only a freshman, defended by Fusco. Down low for Jaswin. McCaughey goes cross ice. Nice pass to Switchenberg. Switchenberg waits, shoots. Blocker save from Gahan. McCaughey lays out his man in a reverse hit. No caulk up coming. A clean hit from McCaughey.
Hordichuk leaves the ice holding onto his left shoulder. Not a good sign for the freshman.
Notre Dame looking to break this one out. To keep an eye on Hordichuk as the game goes along. That's a senior McCaughey on the freshman Hordichuk. Niles across the line, taken away by Mickey. And then the defenseman takes a spill. McCaughey gives it right back. Under 7 minutes to go in the second. 2-1 game. And a more defensive game than we've thought, Petey.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I was expecting end-to-end breakaways, 2-on-1s, odd-man rushes, and we're just not seeing it.
Borzone across the line. His shot goes high and wide. Hands overhead for Borzone after he just missed the net.
Yeah, he wanted that one back. He must have seen some net on that one behind Taylor, and he shoots it over the net. Again, here we go. Borzone gets the opportunity going back the other way, puts it through the Centennial defender. but it clears the net and it goes up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off.
Can't say enough good things about how good Chance
There
Taylor has
goes
been tonight.
Hordichuk off the bench. It's a bad sign for that Notre Dame Saint team. That freshman's had a great tournament so far. Hope he's okay. He just left in with his head coach, and they went off the bench, so hopefully he's all right.
Taylor with a blocker save, puts it into the corner. Adam Kaplan puts it all the way across. Smith takes a big hit from Wood. McCaughey's hit one of the first signs of physicality in this game. Casillas gets it in deep. Here's Bjorndal for Notre Dame. He took the penalty that allowed Centennial to score on the man advantage, icing the call against Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's one of the things we haven't seen a lot of, and this Centennial team does have the ability to play a physical game. We've seen it throughout this regular season. We haven't seen much of that during the playoffs. They've been more about their speed and skill than they have the physicality, but you saw it there. It's McCaughey's got the ability to do that. Kane's got the ability to do that. They've got guys that can play that style of hockey if you want to go down that road, and right now, I don't know, maybe that makes the difference. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, not in a game like this. And as well as Hordichuk's been playing, hate to see him leaving the bench.
On any side, you never want to see that happen. Here's Gramlich with speed. No icing upcoming. It's Gramlich, it's Pareja in the corner together. The two faces of both teams. Back to Gramlich, who walks into the slot, shoots, he just put it wide. It might have clipped a part of the outside of the post.
He's a guy we've been waiting to see explode in this game. Has not been able to get the kind of space and room that he normally likes, but he can light it up anytime.
McCaughey with Switchenberg. McCaughey shoots, save by Gann. Rebound, Switchenberg, and another stop by the Notre Dame netminder. Best save of the night for Gahan on the rebound from Switchenberg. Loose puck comes all the way back to Pareja. So much firepower on this Coyotes squad.
Yeah, that's the best sequence for Gahan today. I mean, you got two of the best players on Centennial and the rebound. You got Switchenberg and McCaughey.
Jack Brown, Melissa behind the net, back in front, nobody home.
Again, another nice job defending by those Notre Dame Saints.
Borzone makes a few nice moves in neutral, gets it to Mickey across the line. Justin Kaplan behind the net. Borzone couldn't hold. Pareja couldn't skate out with it. No one can control this puck. Now Jack Brown will just flip it out. High shot totals, a lot of chances for both teams. But a very stout defense from both sides. Tate Mickey in front, good stick by Taylor to put it to the corner.
Kaplan driving the net there. A nice stick by the goaltender.
Cade Pareja playing a little defense. He's doing it well. Gets it up to Niles. Ethan Niles across the line. Glove saved by Gahan with 4:05 to go in the second.
Well, we saw Gramlich in this last. Oh, we're going to see the replay of this. And see, this is why I'm used to these podcasts at PHNX that we don't get these live replays. But here's Gahan again, taking this one in right at the top of the blue paint. Gahan has looked sharp. But I thought on that last shift, Gramlich finally getting a little bit of offensive zone time, a little puck possession time for him. And we've seen him explode in this season. Like in this semifinals, and he took the seam on his back. And not goals, but assists in that last game. But I tell you what, this kid can drive the offense, just waiting for him to really show what he can do in this game.
His name's already on the cup. Matthew Gahan's name already on the cup. They won it for a second time. Their freshman year was a championship winning year. The last two, losing in the championship game. We're going to rectify that here tonight for Notre Dame. Kane turns with it. Kane all the way back for Christian Smith. Smith shoots, he scores! Tip in front by Steele. Centennial up 3-1. What a tip. It was Steele in front, the sophomore. The Coyotes up 2.
Nice shot by Smith, nice patience, makes a lane for himself, pulls the puck in, and you can see Jackson Steele in front of the net, getting that one past an outreach Gahan. That's a big-time goal, and you got to give the credit to Smith, be able to pull and change that lane. You can see the Notre Dame defender coming out at him, pulls it to the middle, and able to get the shot on net, and now it's a 3-1 lead.
Steele wide open in front, and a great tip over the glove of Gahan and in the back of the net. First time tonight we've seen a 2-goal lead.
And it's funny because we brought this up to both coaches yesterday. We talked about a 2-goal lead, and we said, are you concerned with a two-goal lead? And both of them said no. We've got the offense that we can come back from a deficit like that, so we are not concerned.
Christian Smith gets the only assist on the goal by Jackson Steele, a sophomore. 12 goals in 14 games in the regular season.
And he's been good. He's been good in this whole playoffs. He's a guy that we've noticed throughout this tournament, and he comes up with a huge goal.
Had a goal against Pinnacle in the semis, now 2 straight. 3:15 to go in period number 2. Coyotes up 3-1. Hogenauer all the way across. Smith can't take it away from Bjorndal. Bjorndal for Gramlich, off of his stick. You can tell these Coyotes have been keying in on Gramlich all night long. They've been doing a great job. Kane across the line with Steele. Puts it wide. Bjorndal on it at the half wall, and he'll turn and exit. Switchenberg will chip it in. A Notre Dame team that this is kind of the reverse of what happened last year.
Yeah, you saw them get out to the early lead a year ago, going to the third period up 4-1.
Gabuya all the way across. Loose puck taken away and cleared out by Notre Dame, but not out of the zone. Switchenberg with a good job on the forecheck. Long pass for Gramlich. Niles takes it right away. Switchenberg takes it in neutral. How can Notre Dame get their star players going here?
You know, right now they're not getting any room. And this Centennial defending at the blue line through the neutral zones, they're not getting any opportunities. So, again, we talk about simplifying the game. When you can't get space in the neutral zone, you got to get pucks behind him. They're going to have to start dumping pucks in and trying to go get it against that Centennial defense because there is no room between the blue lines.
Pareja enters for Niles. Loose puck tapped to the corner by Wilson. Mickey for Notre Dame. Big hit from Pareja. He can truly do it all. It hits McCaw. He takes it away from Mickey to Gabuya for the Coyotes. Looking down low. Under 90 seconds now in period number 2. Here's Jaswin. Jaswin across the line on the backhand. Pad stopped by Taylor. It's caught up at the side of the net. No whistle yet. And now we get it from the officials. And now some pushing and shoving after the play. They're going to send off at least Farrer, the officials are saying. This is the last thing Centennial needs.
Yeah, I think they're just sending one, and I think this is going to give Notre Dame the opportunity to go on the power play. And we talked about emotions in a game like this. They're there. And here you're going to see it as Jaswin drives the net, plays over. Like, let it go. Once the whistle goes, you got to play between the whistles. And this is a mistake by this Centennial club, and they've played pretty mistake-free till now. Don't let the emotions get the better of you. Don't let this Notre Dame team back in this one, because the power play goal now, we got a hockey game.
Peter, you were exactly right. Farrer to the box, roughing for 2 minutes. How many times this tournament have we been seeing a penalty at the end of the period change a game?
You know, both games in the semifinals, it's a penalty late in the game, and you don't want to see teams spending time in the box against either of these power plays. Hey, we want to see physical hockey. It's hockey. Physicality is part of the game. Keep between the whistles, and you get so excited and into these games. You see Coach Drinkhouse wants an explanation from the coaching staff, or excuse me, from the referees right now on that call, and why it's only 1 and not 2 going to the box on this roughing call. He would like to see both of them going to the box. Is that a bow tie on Coach Drinkhouse?
You're exactly right. He's really been showing out with the clothing this weekend.
Yeah,
he had the pink bow tie in the quarters.
Caleb Drinkhouse. That's a sharp look.
Got to look good for the championship. Power play for Notre Dame, their first of the night. Hogenauer at the top, all the way across for Gramlich, who shoots. It got deflected wide. Bjorndal will take it. Bjorndal, Borzone, Hogenauer with Jaswin in front. Bjorndal shoots. It got deflected. Borzone looking for it. Gabuya takes it away and clears it down to neutral. 50 seconds to go in the period. Loose puck for Gramlich and Borzone. Niles does a great job of backhanding it out. Bjorndal. Gramlich cuts toward the net. Taken away by McCaw, and he clears it down. It's truly been a 5-man unit defensively for Centennial.
Yeah, Centennial has been really good defending. And I know when we talked to the coaching staff yesterday, that's something they wanted to highlight. This team isn't just about their offense. This is a big penalty kill at the end of a period. You know, they are going to have some of it bleed over into the third period, but it's important that they finish this period off strong on the penalty kill.
Borzone gets knocked off the puck. Then it comes back out to neutral with 7 seconds. Maybe one more try for Notre Dame. Gramlich over the line. His shot. Pad save. Rebound. They score! Bjorndal with 1.6 to go.
We talk about momentum, Dylan. It's a funny thing.
And it starts with Gramlich's shot that came from almost at the blue line.
And the player rushing to get onside again. Like you think that could have been offside, but no, he gets all the way back. What a shot, and the rebound off of the back wall.
Off of Taylor's blocker.
Oh, is it off blocker?
Off of the blocker,
See,
right to Bjorndal.
Well, unbelievable. And that's that rebound right onto his stick. Oh, it is off the blocker, right onto his stick. And Bjorndal makes this one a ball game. As we talked about these penalties, you got to stay out of the box. And the momentum that changed in the games that we saw in the semifinals, there's 1.6 seconds left in this period. Notre Dame gets back on the board, and it's 3-2.
3-2 at the end of 2. 1.6 left. Cody Bjorndal, power play goal for Notre Dame. We've seen it time and time again.
And you see the emotions coming out now, too. Mickey shoots the puck in from center ice, skates by the Centennial bench, kind of gives them an earful on what he's thinking. Maybe a little retribution for their fallen freshman forward. So I think that this third period could be a little exciting. We started to see some physicality creep in the second period. We're starting to see some guys chattering a little bit now. This is a ball game. I mean, this one goal game going into the third period against two outstanding teams is exactly what we were hoping for.
And Petey, you could tell in those last 3, 2, 1 minutes of the period before the penalty, Centennial had everything. They were in control. They were playing their game defensively. One mistake, the Prep Saints make you pay.
Yeah, and we saw it in the Pinnacle game. I mean, that's when the tide turned in the Centennial's game against Pinnacle in the semifinals. It was back-to-back penalties, and the momentum shifted. I think you saw that here as well, and I think it's one of those frustration penalties. I think it's a penalty you don't need to take. It's after the whistle, the play's over, and it's just that emotion takes over. And you take a penalty you probably don't need to take.
Power play goal for Cody Bjorndal. Assists go to Drew Jaswin along with Chase Kaplan. 3-2 Centennial after 2. 1 goal game going into the third, and we'll be back after the intermission. All right back here at Mullet Arena. A great game coming up in the third period. 3-2 Centennial on top. Dylan Pescator, Steve Peters here at Mullet. And Petey, all we asked for was a great game going into the third period, and we have a stellar game.
We do, and we've got a lot of people watching, probably from coast to coast. I want to say worldwide, but I don't know. A couple of people I want to give a shout out to that are watching across on the AHSHA YouTube channel. And it starts with Caleb Drinkhouse's parents. It starts with Bob and Marie Drinkhouse, watching from Tennessee today. That really helped Caleb get his start in hockey, and thanks for all they do, and the in-laws, because if you thank your parents, you better thank the wife's parents. So Tracy and Brenda Robinson watching from Flagstaff. Thanks to them. My son Jackson, I know, is watching up in Scottsdale today with Wiley and Carissa, so thanks for watching. And we usually would give a shout out to the former coach, Mark Ciaccio.
Yep.
But he's in the building today. We saw him before the game. So thanks to all the alumni for both Notre Dame and Centennial, and all the guys that put in all the time before this, to the parents of both teams. I tell you, without the parents, these kids aren't where they are today. Thanks to everybody here at AHSHA. Great job. And to our fantastic producer, director, cameraman, replay director,
Everything.
tape man, Ben Smith. Without him, literally none of this happens.
No,
So
not
thanks
at
to
all.
Ben. He's a miracle worker up here in the booth. Thanks, Ben, for all your help. Dylan, let's get ready to play some third period hockey.
Well, Pete, before we get into the third period, you thanked your son Jackson for watching. My grandma, Lois, watching back home in Darien, Connecticut, watching, and she watches every broadcast.
In Connecticut, so we are coast to coast.
That's exactly right, coast to coast, from the East Coast to the West Coast. Let's get going. 3 minutes to go until the third period begins, and you want to give all the praise to Centennial. 2 goals to start that second period off, and let's start with that. McCaughey on the power play, wicked shot from the circle, and then the sophomore Jackson Steele on the tip to make it 3-1.
You know, it's been that's what we wanted to see out of that team. You saw McCaughey. We saw the first period goal by Pareja, but it's a guy like Steele comes up and around. He's got the go-ahead goal right now, so it's not always those big-name guys. Steele's had a really good tournament for this team. I think the surprise for me for Centennial is how well they were defending to that point. In lanes, block shots. We talked to 2 of their defensemen yesterday, their senior defensemen, and they said, hey, we pride ourselves in being able to defend and stop teams from entering into our blue line, and they've showed it today.
In the semifinals, we have to take you back there to kind of make our point here with the last minute and the penalties. Pinnacle was up 1-0 against Centennial, and they took a penalty at the end of the second period, allowed Centennial to take a 2-1 lead at the time. The Coyotes ran away from there and won the semifinal to get here. Notre Dame was down 1-0 at the end of the first period. Mountain Ridge takes a penalty. Notre Dame scores, tied up 1-1. They went on to win their game. Now, end of the second period, it happens to Centennial. They take a penalty. Notre Dame capitalizes on a mistake from Chance Taylor, blockers it right to Bjorndal, who puts it home with 1.6 to go.
Yeah, you look at the first minute and the last minute of a period are so important. And this one, it's the last 1.6 seconds. And honestly, it looked like the period was over. And I don't know if Centennial let up a little bit and they weren't expecting this. And even the goaltender, Taylor, I don't know if he thought there was time left on the clock. But that's a rebound he would like to have back, and he control that a little bit better. You worry about the momentum. If Notre Dame goes into the intermission down 3-1, still with time on the power play, so I think that they can spin it into a positive. Now they score. This is 3-2. The momentum has definitely shifted over to the Saints from the Coyotes at the last second of this period.
Well, Petey, Gramlich went over the blue line, and he kind of tossed it in on net, acting as if the buzzer was about to sound, right? Taylor blocks it away, goal, 3-2 game, and now you got, and especially I want to hit on the seniors, because now it's third period, final 17 minutes of your high school career. You're either coming out with a ring, like Marcello Lane has walking in here, or you're going home.
Yeah, and here's the hard part, because we saw it happens when those emotions boil over and you get too excited, you spend time in the penalty box. So you have to find the ability to contain that emotion. Use the emotion, let it help you perform, let it put you on the edge and help you perform, but you can't take those penalties. And I think that's what we're going to see in this next period. Who can keep it in check? The crowd's going to get more exciting. The benches are going to get more exciting. Who can keep it in check and still continue to play their game, especially between the whistles? And now this is the period that we look for those leaders, those offensive leaders in this period. This is where you're going to see we haven't been able to call Gramlich's name much today. Maybe this is the period where he steps up. And I think you look at Pareja in white and Gramlich in purple. And that's what we said before the game. And now we're coming down to the last 17 minutes. And that's who I think it's down to.
3-2, Centennial in front. Both teams right back on the ice. The Coyotes up 3-2 going into the third period. Saints need one at least to tie. 17 minutes on the clock. Centennial coming on the ice in the white. What was the message in there? They got the ice cut. They got the full intermission. What was the message there after a pretty deflating goal at the end?
I think you're Caleb Drinkhouse. It's just play Centennial hockey. It's only one goal. We still have the lead going into 17 minutes up to win a state championship. He has full belief in his team. He said we're okay if we're behind because we have the ability to score on this club. He's confident with a 1-goal lead in this game. I think the biggest message to the Centennial Coyotes crew is stay out of the penalty box. And I think Caleb Drinkhouse feels confident 5-on-5 that they can win this hockey game.
1 for 1 on the power play for Notre Dame. Centennial 1 for 2 is our penalty so far. 23 shots for Notre Dame through 2, 21 for Centennial. Pareja, Steele, and McCaughey on goals for Centennial, and then it was Bjorndal along with Jaswin the goals for Notre Dame as we go in. There's Matthew Gahan, let up 2 in that second period. He's got to have a big third.
Yeah, and I think this is the situation he wanted to be in. He's a senior leader on this team. He said, put me in there. I want this game. I want this pressure. I want to show that I can perform on a stage like this. I think this is where you're going to see the best out of the Notre Dame goaltender right now. He needs to have a near perfect period here in the third if they're going to be able to come back against the Centennial team. So look for him to be outstanding in the third period.
All right, a fresh 17 on the clock. Notre Dame in their purples with the gold helmets. Centennial in the whites with their red helmets. And we're almost ready to go. 3-2 Coyotes in front. It all comes down to this. The Division I state championship here in the season of 2023-24 comes down to these final 17 minutes. Chase Kane, Sam Borzone in the dot, and we're off for the third frame here at Mullet Arena in the championship game. Kaplan looks to knock it ahead, taken away by Steele. Hogenauer will go and chase it back for Notre Dame. Hogenauer had the assist on the Jaswin goal that started off our scoring today. Here's Reed Gramlich all the way across for Bjorndal at speed. Bjorndal across the line. Bjorndal shoots, save by Taylor. There's the speed of Notre Dame.
I tell you what, Taylor has to make a big save right away in the first minute of this period, and he stood tall at the top of the blue paint, so clearly he's shaking this off. You look at Bjorndal cutting in wide from the left circle right into the pads of Taylor, and you wonder how that rebound goal affected Taylor, and he looks like he's been able to shake it off and makes a big save at the start of this period.
The same player that he let up the goal to at the end of the period as well. Jaswin in the dot. Tension has definitely picked up here at Mullet Arena. You can feel it. Hopefully you can feel it through the screen. Kaplan knocked off the puck, gets it lower. Niles looks to take it away for Centennial. Kaplan fighting for it. Justin. McCaughey all the way across for Switchenberg. Drew Switchenberg, the captain of the Centennial team. Goes across for Pareja, gets it back. Switchenberg shoots, it got blocked in front. No stick for Jaswin, now he picks it up. 3-on-1 for Notre Dame. Justin Kaplan across, and they couldn't put it home. Tate Mickey was looking to feed the center as Jaswin is coming back. Now Pareja for Centennial. Cade Pareja shoots, glove save from Gahan.
What a sequence. And you look at what Jaswin did there. Blocks the shot with no stick, and here he comes up, drives the net, and they end up with a 3-on-2. The pass gets all the way through, but he just couldn't get a shot off on net. What a play by the Notre Dame Saints. One end to the other.
That's a sophomore, Justin Kaplan, to a sophomore, and Tate Mickey, too.
Yeah, I like that Mickey kid. I've said that whole tournament, I've liked what he's been able to do, and some of these young players of Notre Dame are the guys they're going to have to lean on, not just today, but in the future.
Steele in front, loose puck kicked out of harm's way by Notre Dame. That was Borzone back on D. Now here's Gramlich, knocked down by Chase Kane. Taken away by Borzone. Borzone in the circle, waits, shoots, blocked away. That's Casillas getting in the shooting lanes.
Physicality's really picked up here in the third period, as we expected it would.
Steele knocks it ahead. It's been the Casillas and Niles show, really, for Centennial against the Gramlich line. Centennial with the last change. They can match their lines. Here's Gramlich. Borzone stays onside, all the way across, looking for a Bjorndal. Cody Bjorndal in the circle, puts one on net, glove save by Taylor.
I think Taylor sees that one in all the way. Here we got a little pushing and shoving again after the whistle, and I think both teams have to stay away from that. I know, again, we've seen the emotions are picking up. The checking's picking up here. We see the shot come through. threw a few bodies, but Taylor grabs that one easily for the easy save. They're going to face off to his right.
It's the Jasmine line with Mickey and now Landon Wood. Takes the spot of Braden Hordachuk, who went down with an injury in that second period. He has not come back onto the bench. Haven't seen him since. Hope he's all right, and the best wishes. Ethan Niles behind his own cage of Chance Taylor. 2.5 minutes into this third period. Centennial with a 3-2 lead in the AHSHA Division I State Championship here in 2024. We have our first souvenir of the day.
Wow. I actually bought one of the souvenir pucks before the game. Did you?
Well, all of our fans should.
And they should. I got one. It's got the cup on it. It's got the teams on it. Gotta go Kenny coming through again for AHSHA.
Does an incredible job.
Here's what I get worried about at this time of the game. With 14 minutes to go in a tight game like this, you worry about mistakes. And everybody gets a little bit tighter. The nerves start picking up, and you just don't want to be that guy to make a mistake. You've got to make sure you can push that behind you. Just play your game. Play hockey. We've seen it throughout the years. You know, big mistakes and big moments from these young kids, and you just hope that everybody can keep it under control and play their best game here to close out this third.
Petey, what time do you kind of go down to the 2.5 lines if you're the coaching staff?
You know, I'm not doing it yet. I know that because we're going to need these legs, and especially as hard as Centennial plays.
Here's Gramlich with speed. Taken away by Smith and Casillas. Both of those two doing a strong job tonight. Long pass for Steele. Could have had him on a break. Taken away by Hogenauer. Madden Hogenauer, the junior, over the line. Blocker saved by Taylor. Right back to Justin Kaplan. Turned away. Smith for Centennial. For Steele at the end of a long shift. And you got to keep these shifts short in the third, right?
Yeah, the other surprising thing, if you've seen Centennial with a 1-goal lead, you haven't seen a lot of offensive pressure by this Centennial team. You've seen more puck possession, more offensive zone time by the Notre Dame Saints.
Gabrick looking to chase onto it. Jack Wilson knocks it up. It bounces right in front of the Notre Dame bench. Kane taking a few checks from Justin Kaplan, and he'll whip it in deep. Wilson back with Gabuya. Gabuya for Centennial. Back at the top. Casillas' shot went wide. Pareja gets on it. It's back on D here in the third. Switchenberg has been playing forward all night. And a credit to Caleb Drinkhouse, head coach. A great move by him. It's really worked out. Jasmine on the backhand had the first goal tonight. Pad save by Taylor. Looked to feed the front of the net. McCaughey took it away. Long pass for Switchenberg. Gabuya has to touch up. This one's delayed offside, which means Notre Dame has time to go the other way, and they do. Borzone lost the puck, tried to find it back, and Cade Pareja will backhand it away. McCaughey picks up the loose puck, surrounded by Saints. He'll put it in deep. Kaplan keeps it moving. Kept in at the blue. Shot block. Notre Dame the other way. 2-on-1. Gramlich. Good play by Pareja. Loose puck, and Borzone can't hold. Borzone across. Big shot, Mickey, and a pad save by Taylor. Pareja will put it all the way down for icing. You saw the best of the best going up one-on-one, Pareja and Gramlich.
Yeah, and Pareja got the better of him on that one-on-one, able to keep him off of the puck. And you're going to see it here again. You're going to get to Borzone. And this Notre Dame team, that top line's getting opportunities. The better of the offensive chances here in the third period have definitely come off the stick of Notre Dame Saints. And I think you're going to see, we're almost down to that 10-minute mark. You asked me what time. I think you're going to get down to the 10-minute mark. I think you're going to see a lot more of the Jasmine line. I think you're going to see a heck of a lot of that Gramlich line.
The officials are talking to Cade Pareja. They're going to say that he's
got him. Yeah, they try to make a late change there.
He's the one that iced the puck. Must have been something. Casillas back in his own end. Koch does a good job of keeping it in. Casillas loses it. Wood puts it deep for Jasmine. Smith will get there first for Centennial. For Gabuya across the line. Ryan Gabuya, drop pass for McCaughey, went through his skates. Koch with a nice setup pass for Jasmine. Drew Jasmine, the junior, shoots, went wide. Glove side of Taylor. Bjorndal off the bench. Casillas for the Coyotes. Couldn't connect with Gabuya, icing the call.
And another icing by the Centennial club. And they haven't had any offensive zone time in this period. It's been all Saints, and when they do get an opportunity to get the puck, they're tired from defending, and they have to go and ice the puck. It's interesting the way this third period is shaped up so far. I like, if I'm Charles Missio, I like the way this third period has started.
Both teams have their timeouts if they want to use it. 11:24 to go in the third.
And here you're getting another offensive zone face-off, and Grimelick's line is on the ice.
And they win the draw. Wilson across. Big shot. Chase Kaplan went wide. Pereira takes it off the boards and will backhand it out. You said it. Not a shot on goal for Centennial so far here in the third. Looking to change that is Chase Kane. Kane across the line for Centennial. Turns on a dime. All the way back to Steele. Walks in. Shoots. Save by Gann. Got the blocker on it. Did the senior netminder on Jackson Steele, who was looking for two. Here comes Gramlich the other way. Gramlich couldn't get a shot away. It was Niles coming back along with Pareja as Gramlich looked to be all alone.
What a sequence both ways. Here's Gramlich driving the net. What a play getting back into the play by Cade Pareja.
Saved the game-tying goal.
Yeah, stops Gramlich from cutting in front of the net and making a play. Curious that there was no call on that one in any fashion, in one way or the other. Driving the net, I guess they felt Pareja push Gramlich into the goaltender Taylor, so there's no goaltender interference, and it was a clean hit, so there's no tripping penalty on Pareja. What a play at the net.
That's a junior right there doing everything he can to put a ring on his finger.
But before that play, I want to take it back to the other end. What a save by Gann. Like, you talk about a guy who hadn't seen his puck 7 minutes of play in this third period, makes a really big save, and we're ready to go back to action.
Keep that save in mind if Notre Dame does tie this game. Justin Kaplan can't win the draw. Gabuya in the corner for Centennial. Cade for Gabuya. Pareja pressured in the corner by Mickey and Wood. Wood can't center. Niles knocks it out of midair. All the way back to the wheel. Hogenauer's shot couldn't reach the net. Kaplan comes down to keep it in the zone. Justin Kaplan to the front. Another strong defensive play by McCaughey. Trying to find Gabuya, who couldn't put his stick on the ice, and icing the call.
Another icing by the Centennial team. I tell you what, this first 7 minutes of this first period has been all Saints. And it's exactly the way you draw it up if you're Coach Missio. I like the way this team looks right now. It looks like Centennial's on their heels. They don't look like the team that has the 1-goal lead.
Would you take a timeout here? How would you attack this if you were Coach Caleb Drinkhouse?
You know, right now, I'd get my top guys back out on the ice, and I'd say, hey, we need to get the puck in the offensive zone. I think they're trying too hard to carry and play a rush game.
Gramlich for Notre Dame. Gets it down low for Borzone. Back in front. Casillas does a good job of putting it to the corner. Gabrick ahead for Steele. Here's Jackson Steele. Keeps the puck away from Chase Kaplan.
See, it's another 1-on-2. Notre Dame defends it.
Smith.
Centennial can't get a shot on that.
Kane keeps it in the corner with Chase Kaplan. The first real offensive zone time for Centennial in this period so far. They have it pinned against that wall. Borzone looks to take away with it. Centennial has it at the side of the net. Here's Gramlich with the puck. Goes across for Bjorndal. Bjorndal for Gramlich. Shoots! He put it high. It comes back to Adam Kaplan. Notre Dame up to 29 shots on net. Loose puck in neutral. Chase Kane picks it up. Steele touches up. Kane shoots. Saved by Gann, and he'll get the whistle.
See, if I'm Notre Dame right now, those are the plays that concern me. That you're going rink-wide plays through the middle of the ice. You better be 100% sure when you're making passes like that. You see these plays through the neutral zone, you give up chances like this going back the other way. Got to be careful. Keep it going straight ahead. Don't make these whole plays across the middle of the ice. Don't give Centennial any life right now.
McCaughey loses the draw, and Notre Dame back in their own end. Niles can't keep it in. Mickey looking for it. McCaughey comes back to take it away. Here's Ryan Gabuya across the line. Gabuya will circle the net. Back to the blue. Niles, big slap shot, got blocked on the way by Justin Kaplan at the side of the net. Gahan will make the save as it almost came back in front.
And we've seen that through this tournament, these lively boards here at Mullet Arena. Goaltenders have to be aware. Like, they get caught up in the top of that blue paint, and that puck bounces off those back boards right out in front of the net. And you saw again, he almost dives back to that post, keeping that puck from coming back out in front of the net.
Under 9 minutes on the clock here in the third. Centennial up 3-2, clinging to the 1-goal lead. Seen a lot of this Kane line along with a lot of the McCaughey, Pareja, and Switchenberg line as well, icing this one on Notre Dame. It's getting down to that one mistake can really change a game time.
Yeah, and I've been calling Charles Missio's name a lot. I want to give the shout out to Zach Fryer, Aiden Sullivan, and Taylor Nelson as well. They're big parts of this coaching staff. We got a chance to talk to all those guys before the game and again yesterday. So make sure that they coach as a group in Notre Dame, just like they play as a team.
Javi Zubia, another coach on that bench for Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, I missed Javi. I'm sorry, Javi Zubia.
Former Notre Dame player along with Aiden Sullivan.
I know. I was on the bench against Sully.
Who got the better of him?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I was always grumpy when I played that Notre Dame.
Wood looks to tip it ahead, past Pareja, Borzone. 8:20 to go, puts it high and wide on a sharp angle try. That was Taylor playing it at the side.
We're down to the last 8 minutes. And this third period is just exactly as advertised. What I am impressed with, though, is the pushback that Notre Dame has been able to find. And I think that started with the goal at the last second of the second period. This has gone exactly the way you want to see it as a Notre Dame coach, player, or fan. This has been all Notre Dame. They're just going to have to get that one opportunity. Got 8 minutes to do it.
And now they're putting Jasmine with Gramlich together. You've seen them, both centers, on different lines. Now you see Gramlich, Mickey, who's probably been the best forward tonight for Notre Dame, along with Gramlich.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more of the Gramlich. I think Gramlich's kid right now, he's double shifting. If you're going to get that goal, he's a guy you can definitely count on.
And here he is, looking to cut to the center. Pass across, Jasmine from a sharp angle, saved by Taylor, and he gets the hold. Now some physicalities after the play. That was McCaughey. It looked like he was laying out Borzone. No calls will come from it.
You're going to see a shot from the sideboards. Yeah, Gramlich tries to get a stick on that and tip it by Taylor, but he's unable to. Taylor's able to suck that in. And again, a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
I want to thank all of our viewers on the AHSHA YouTube page for tuning in all season. All the way back for Niles. He makes a nice play through two Notre Dame Prep Saints. Niles lost it in neutral. Notre Dame looking to go the other way. Pareja back for Centennial. It's getting down to closing time. 7:40. Pareja with a few nice moves in his own end. Here goes Cade Pareja. Across the line, shoots. He put it high. Switchenberg keeps it in along the half wall. Drew Switchenberg, the captain, third year with Centennial. Pass across. McCaughey shoots, glove save by Gahan. Two key saves for Gahan here in the third to keep it a one-goal game.
That's a great save. That's a shot from inside the hash mark. That's a great save by Gahan late in this third.
McCaughey already with 3 goals in these playoffs. He's played stellar defensively as well. Gabuya across the line, takes a stick. Gabuya shoots. It got deflected off Chase Kaplan. McCaughey from the wall, got deflected in front. Still loose for Switchenberg, and he couldn't backhand it home.
First push we've seen from Centennial in this third period.
Borzone couldn't get it past Niles. You have 6 defensemen on the Centennial team, all seniors. Borzone down low. Koch looking to feed it back in front. Koch, Gramlich, and he put it wide. Might have got a piece of the post. That's the freshman Sam Koch making things happen. Notre Dame pushing. Koch looking to feed the front. It went through the crease. Gramlich back to Chase Kaplan, who walks. He shoots, deflected by Koch, and cleared out by Centennial. Loose puck. Gabrick on it. Gabrick cutting toward the net, and he couldn't hold on to it. Back in front. It went through the blue crease. We go back and forth here in the third. 6 minutes now on the clock. Loose puck. Christian Smith does a great job of stepping up and taking it away.
The intensity is ramping up here. You can tell we're in the last 6 minutes of this period. Gramlich with a great opportunity right in front of Taylor. Just puts it wide or maybe slightly up that.
Here's Mickey for Notre Dame. Blocked away by Casillas. Out of that, they score! Mickey, tie game! Tate Mickey and Notre Dame ties us up with 5:42 to go.
We've talked about Tate Mickey this entire tournament. We've talked about those lively boards here at Mullet Arena. Tate Mickey off the back wall, right back onto his tape. Taylor can't get back to his post quick enough, and we got a tie game with under 6 minutes to go.
Petey, that was a great play by Mickey going in. You have to give a lot of that credit to Matthew Gahan for keeping his team in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He makes 2 big saves prior to this, kept this team in the game for the third period. Hasn't seen a lot of rubber, made the saves when he needs to. But I tell you, Tate Mickey takes the shot wide and he follows up on it, and he's been one that's impressed me this entire tournament.
3-3 we stand with 5:30 to go. What a game we got here at the Mullet. Landon Wood fighting for it. Niles in there as well. McCaughey takes away. McCaughey put it high and wide. Oh, what a response that would have been for the Coyotes. Switchenberg fighting for it. McCaughey back in front. A tie game with 5 minutes to go. Adam Kaplan for Notre Dame. Almost turns it over to Switchenberg. Looking for Bjorndal right off the bench, taken away by Cade Pareja. Borzone took it off his stick. Pass across and taking a spill was Justin Kaplan. Would have had a breakaway. Justin and Jaswin with the assists on the goal by Tate Mickey. Neutral zone pass. Gabuya over the line. Ryan Gabuya cutting toward the net. Save by Gahan. How good has Matthew Gahan been here in the third?
This is what he said he wanted to do. He wanted to be the guy.
Kane in front. Pareja couldn't get a shot away. Chase Kaplan takes it off his stick. 4:20 to go. Gabrick shoots. Another diving block by Notre Dame in the corner. Pareja at the top. Across. For Smith, he's taken down. No arm up. Back in front. Kane. And what a stop by Gahan with the blocker. It's Justin Kaplan down in the corner. He dove to block a shot and hit the wall.
Unbelievable effort by this Notre Dame team, keeping Centennial off the board late in this game. He takes the shot right in the midsection as the pass comes across. Unbelievable defending effort by this Notre Dame Saints team. It's fantastic. We honestly couldn't ask for anything better here.
I thought last year was pretty good, right? This is not too far behind, I would say. 4:07 to go in the third. 3-3 hockey game. And it's right back to the big guns for Caleb Drinkhouse and Centennial. McCaughey, Switchenberg, Gabuya. Smith, Casillas on the back end. And they win it back. Good stick by Gramlich. Loose puck, Bjorndal's getting on it. Bjorndal shoots, glove save by Taylor. Gabuya will put it back to Smith. Under the 4-minute mark now. Casillas across the red. Played so strong defensively today. Casillas in front and Gabuya put it high. Might have hit a stick in the way. Borzone couldn't find Gramlich. Icing waved off. Switchenberg to McCaughey. Nice move at neutral. McCaughey shoots. He put it wide. And Gahan's going to get the cover off the boards.
You know, it's these lively boards at Mullet Arena, and Gahan's played them better off the back wall than Taylor has, and that's the difference in the game right now.
35 shots for Notre Dame, 29 for Centennial.
Talk about Gahan. First thing, he's looking over his shoulder. He's waiting to see where that puck's bouncing off those back wall. That might be the second or third of this period for Gahan off of the back wall.
Kane pushes on the draw and wins it. Steele turned it over. Got it right back. Steele put it wide. 3:15 to go in the third. The D1 state championship here in 2024. Gabrick. Niles shoots. Save by Gahan with the glove.
We talked about Gahan's going to have to be one of the best players for Notre Dame this third period, and he has, even though he didn't see many shots through the first 8 minutes. He's been solid in the last 5 when it really has mattered.
A Notre Dame team that was in this exact spot last year. They came out on the losing end. Centennial hasn't been in a spot like this ever. McCaughey fights for it.
Now the nerves really do take a play here, Dylan. Like, this is a big deal. You got 3 minutes in a tie game. Nerves, don't let them get the best of you.
Gahan 6 it behind, and he's going to get the whistle once more and get a stop.
I don't mind that. I don't mind Gahan slowing things down, giving his team an opportunity. And it's just, I tell you what, when you're on the ice, the nerves don't get to you. When you're sitting on the bench, that's when you start to get nervous again. Coaches, parents, losing their minds right now. These kids, hopefully they got it in check.
Gabuya couldn't pull the trigger. Gramlich the other way for Notre Dame. Reed Gramlich, 4 years in the state championship, puts it in front. Gabuya's in the right spot. Adam Kaplan looked to put it toward the net. Gramlich's going to get on this puck with 2:30 to go. Looking to feed the front. McCaughey took it away for Switchenberg. Drew Switchenberg with the C on his chest. Puts it across, and McCaughey couldn't control. Borzone the other way for Notre Dame. For Gramlich, how much gas did he have left in the tank? He shoots, glove save by Taylor. That's a confident save by Chance Taylor.
Yeah, it is. A little flex there by the Centennial goaler. You know what? This is when you somebody's still got to score, but you don't want to make that mistake either. So you got to stay within yourself here. Don't look for that big play. Don't look for that big stretch play. Don't look for that middle ice play. Just stay within yourself and wait for that offense to happen. And absolutely, last 2 minutes and 18 seconds, you cannot take a penalty.
If we do reach there, it will be a 5-on-5 sudden death overtime period for as long as it goes. 15 minutes is the time with an ice cut between the periods. Niles turns with it. Back to Pareja, who shoots. Glove save by Gann. Both goalies look very confident.
I tell you what, Gann's been solid in this third period.
I think even better than that.
Yeah, we talked to him yesterday, and here he is again. He's tracking the puck well, sees the puck as it goes across up to Cade Pareja, the best shooter on this club. No big deal for the Notre Dame St. goaler.
Kane for Centennial. Notre Dame will take it under 2 minutes to go in this third period. 3-3 game. Cade Pareja, the junior, calmly back for the Coyotes. Steele can't get it ahead. Good defense by Justin Kaplan. Centennial was up 3-1 at the end of the second period. 1.6 seconds left, and Cody Bjorndal made it 3-2. Tate Mickey, 3-3. Borzone across. Bjorndal shoots, save. Another shot, another save. One more try, and he put it through the crease. Chance Taylor showing up here in the final two. Back in front, Bjorndal couldn't get any of it. Centennial the other way. Niles for Steele, knocked off the puck by Hogenauer. Down low, 1:05 left. Pareja in front, and Steele couldn't control. 2-on-1 for Notre Dame with a minute to go. Bjorndal across, and Niles' stick got in the way. Taylor's turning around, and we get the whistle.
That last minute was unbelievable hockey, and it starts with this save by Taylor. He makes the first save, makes the second save on Bjorndal, one of the top players for this Notre Dame Saints team. We've been talking about Gahan. What about Taylor? Cool as a cucumber down there in that end of the ice. A couple of big saves, and then he has to face a 2-on-1 with Bjorndal coming.
Centennial takes their timeout.
I think it's time to get everybody a breather. I mean, that was an onslaught by Notre Dame over the last few seconds. A couple of big saves by Taylor. Let's give your big boys a little chance to rest. You got to face off in your defensive zone. Let's make sure everybody knows what we're doing, and let's not give up any big opportunities off of this face-off.
38 shots for Notre Dame, 31 for Centennial. 54.7 seconds to go in the third period. A 3-3 game.
Well, you talk about what Notre Dame has done in this third period. With 5 minutes to go in the second period, they're down 3-1 against the top team in the state of Arizona, the team that's averaging between 5 and 6 goals a game. And they battle back and get one with 1 second left on the power play. And now in this third period, I think it's been all Notre Dame. Centennial has had their looks, and when they do, Gahan's been outstanding. But tell you what, Notre Dame has done exactly what they wanted to do. They waited around, they've applied pressure, and they've had the better of the opportunities here in the third period.
It's Tate Mickey with the game-tying goal. 5 minutes left. 54.7 now. Third period tie game. Division I state championship here in Arizona in 2024. It's the big lines for both sides. Borzone wins it. Bjorndal couldn't get the shot away. Pareja blocked it. Now will come the other way. Pareja with Gabuya. Pareja shoots. Glove save by Gann. Got the pad on it as well. McCaughey keeps it in. Kicks it along the boards. It jumps in front. Taken away by Hogenauer. He'll use the boards to exit. 35 seconds now. Pareja drops it for McCaughey. McCaughey, nice move to the inside. McCaughey couldn't get the shot away. Kaplan dove down to block it as well. Niles somehow kept that puck in. His shot over the net. Switchenberg with 17 seconds toward the net. Pad save by Gann. Now down low. Bjorndal. Borzone. Gramlich looking to fight it forward. Loose puck. Borzone with 5. Borzone shoots. It got blocked on the way. And we are going to overtime. Woo. Deep breath, Petey.
Oh, wow. Be careful what you wish for, fans, because here we are heading to overtime.
All right, let's set it up. Only a 2-minute intermission. Not going to cut the ice. 3-3 game. Through 3, Centennial was up 3-1 in the second period. Notre Dame comes back. They score 1 at the end of the second. They tie it up with 5 minutes left with Tate Mickey. And now we're going into an OT period. Next goal wins. 15 minutes on the clock. You talk about Notre Dame was back here last year. They were back exactly here last year.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. They're the team with experience. They're the team with experience in championship games. They're the team with experience in overtimes. But I tell you what, this game did not go to script, at least the way I thought it would. And you look at this first period, it was all about the defending. And I thought both teams defended extremely well in shooting lane, sticks on pucks, and great goaltending. And I think we were looking for an offensive onslaught. I think we were looking for an 8-7, 9-6 game, and it just didn't come to fruition because I think that these teams haven't had the opportunity to show off their offense and to show off their defense. I mean, they're offensive teams. And both coaches say, look how well we defend. And I think it's shown in this game, absolutely great defending, and the second and third efforts by both clubs. The block shots, you see the block shot by Kaplan where he has to leave the ice. Like, they're leaving it all out here. This has been a heck of a hockey game, and for people that don't think hockey belongs in the desert, I know people talk about that. Buddy, this is amazing hockey. Like, this is fantastic. These are high school kids, and this is a great, great hockey game. I don't care what level it is. You go to overtime in a state championship, and you see the fans excited, the players excited. This has been a great hockey game, just as advertised. It's been a fantastic tilt.
It's been an awesome experience. 15 minutes on the clock here in OT. Next goal wins. Next goal raises the trophy. Next goal wins the championship for their respective teams. 38 shots through regulation for Notre Dame, 33 for Centennial. And the next goal will clinch the championship. Both teams got 2 minutes to rest up, get their breaths back, and now overtime. Sudden death. Next goal raises the trophy. We play 5-on-5 all the way through. Chase Kane wins the draw for Centennial, and we're off in OT. Smith for the Coyotes, up for Pareja. Now you got Cade Pareja playing on offense. Seen him on defense all game long. Now he's taking some shifts as a forward. Gramlich gave it right away to Pareja. No margin for error. Pareja over the line, all the way across. Couldn't connect with Steele. Borzone looking to put it ahead. Gramlich with a nice stick. Kaplan was looking to jump up on the play as well. Casillas gets over for Centennial. Rushing to it, Bjorndal takes a big hit. Gramlich going down the wall, pinned to it by Kane. Christian Smith for Centennial, up to Steele. the sophomore. Steele couldn't get past Hogenauer.
That's a great defensive play by Hogenauer late in this game. Look how tired these guys must be getting. We talked about Notre Dame shortening the bench.
Borzone for Tate Mickey. Jaswin couldn't get the shot away. Here comes Centennial the other way. Steele's been out since the OT started, and he loses it. Jaswin gloves it down. He takes a spill. Right off the bench is McCaughey. Loose and neutral. And it comes all the way back where Smith is going to have to chase. How awesome is this? How awesome is this experience?
You're going to look for short shifts again. You're going to look for you don't want to be the guy to make the mistakes. You want to contain those, contain the puck,
Smith,
control the puck.
Switchenberg tried to feed it in front, taken away by Kaplan.
And make the game as easy as you possibly can.
All the way across. Gabuya's got space. Gabuya turns with it as Jaswin was on him. McCaughey. Gabrick keeps it at the blue. Puts it down low. Gabuya from his knees puts it in front. Justin Kaplan getting in the way again. McCaughey at the goal line. Gabuya. Switchenberg couldn't get the shot away. A diving Justin Kaplan. You see that all third period now in the overtime. Gabrick toward the net. Save. Rebound for Switchenberg at the beginning.
Gahan, what a save.
In front, McCaughey couldn't get the shot away. Penalty. Gabuya's shot was saved. Penalty upcoming against Notre Dame. Gabrick in the circle, shoots another block by Jaswin, and a touch up by Notre Dame. Oh, a penalty that had to be taken by Jaswin, I believe, of Notre Dame.
Yeah, you look at what was going on in front of that Notre Dame net, and you look at McCaughey all alone. That's one of the best players on the ice for Centennial. He has no choice but get his stick under there. You have to take that penalty. I don't want to see this Notre team sitting in the penalty box, but you don't take that. You got McCaughey on the hash marks.
True Jaswin.
It could have been a game-saving penalty. Now it's all hands on deck for this Notre Dame Saints team. You look at what the 5 guys in Centennial puts out on the ice. They got their hands full. Best players got to be Gahan here.
Kane, Gabuya, Pareja, McCaughey, and Switchenberg. Power play for Centennial. They're 1 for 2 on the night. Kaplan goes along the wall. McCaughey's going to get there first in control. McCaughey already a power play goal tonight. Pareja for Gabuya. Gabuya walks in, shoots, glove save by Gahan. And for Notre Dame, it's about letting Gahan see the puck.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the play before the penalty, that tip in front by McCaughey before he took the penalty, that might be the save of the game for Gahan. Being able to keep that out of that now, let him shoot from the point, let him shoot from the sidewall, just let your goaltender see it.
Kane wins the draw back for Gabuya. Pareja's at the top. Cade Pareja at the circle. Gabuya shoots, saved by Gahan with the pad. Pushing from his left to his right. Switchenberg. Pareja. Move it down to the goal line. Moves past 2. McCaughey across. Switchenberg for Gabuya, for the captain. Now Pareja moves to his forehand. He'll put it into the corner. Borzone with the pressure. 1:09 to go in the power play. Pareja to Gabuya at the top. Centennial passing it around. McCaughey shoots, saved by Gahan, rebound by Kane, and Gahan will cover. Very similar shot from McCaughey from the second goal.
And Gahan stood tall again. He's been outstanding on this penalty kill. He's been outstanding in this game.
55 seconds to go in the penalty. Now you see Gramlich out there shorthanded. Got to keep an eye on him. Kane, McCaughey, Switchenberg, Pareja, and Steele. They give Gabuya a rest. Gramlich wins the draw back for Jack Wilson. It goes out of play. We'll do the face-off again.
You know, they've killed off half the penalty already. I think Notre Dame's done a really nice job. I don't know if Centennial has had any really clean looks. You had the sidewall play by McCaughey. Gahan's able to take that one easy. There's no second chance opportunities, no tips, no screens, and most importantly, no big Cade Pareja chances.
Wilson goes off the wall, kept in, shorthanded, Gramlich on the breakaway. Gramlich shoots, saved by Taylor. Pareja got back on D. Mickey turns it over. Pareja takes a spill. Steele comes the other way for Centennial. Steele at the goal line. And Centennial will set it up, 28 seconds to go. Pareja in the circle, shoots, he put it high. And it caroms all the way out of the zone. You mentioned it, Gramlich on the PK. He can make things happen. Pareja once again.
Yeah, those two have matched up one-on-one several times, and Pareja gets the better of Gramlich again on the defensive side.
McCaughey over the line, drops it for Pareja. 5 seconds until Jaswin's out of the box. Pareja stalking his prey. McCaughey waits with it, shoots, he put it way high. And out of play, a successful PK for Notre Dame.
Big momentum shift right now for the Notre Dame Saints. That's a big kill. And they really didn't give up any real grade A opportunities for that Centennial power play. That's a big momentum shift here in overtime, but you're starting to get some of these star players starting to get tired legs. You're seeing a lot of the top players for both teams, and as this period dwindles on, who's going to have that energy? And that's where you look to some of those other players we talked about before.
Off the draw, Farrer tried to put it toward the net. We'll keep playing here at Mullen until a goal is scored. 5 minutes into the OT period. Gan's going to cover this one. What a huge PK from Notre Dame, and a great job.
Yeah, now you're wondering who's that star going to be. Who's going to be the guy that does this? You know, we talked about guys like Mickey, who's a guy, unsung hero on this Notre Dame team, has a big goal already tonight. Sam Koch, another guy that's been lower in the lineup. Talking about Kane for Centennial. Maybe it's going to be one of these guys, not one of the big name guys that we were expecting to provide the offense in overtime.
Steele puts it back for Casillas. His shot was blocked to the corner. Melissa gets on it for the Coyotes. It goes out of play. What a moment it would be for like a freshman like Sam Koch or a sophomore like Mark Melissa.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it could be those guys, and I tell you why, because the longer this game goes on, the more tired the guys that have been getting all this ice time are going to get, and those guys are going to have a little bit fresher legs. So don't be surprised if you see a guy like that come through and make the big play.
Offensive zone draw for Centennial. McCaughey, Gabuya, and Switchenberg. Borzone wins it back in a huge defensive zone draw. Casillas, strong pass to Gabuya across the line. Gabuya tried to whip it in front. It hit a stick. Kaplan for Notre Dame goes to Madden Hogenauer. They've been paired together for now over 3 years. Bjorndal goes down. No arms up from the officials. Borzone looks to take it away from Gabuya. Casillas turned it over. Borzone couldn't get the shot away. Good stick lift from Casillas. The other way, Centennial. Switchenberg. Nice move. Switchenberg to the net. Backhand, he put it high. Long pass breakaway. Gramlich for the championship. Saved by Taylor. Gabuya for Centennial. Gan will deflect it to the corner. Gramlich one shot away from winning the championship for Notre Dame.
And that's the guy you want to have the puck on his stick, is Reed Gramlich coming in on a breakaway. Taylor, unbelievable right pad save by the Centennial goaltender, keeps this one tied in overtime.
Kane will go across. Mickey's going to backhand it in. The Let's Go Saints chant from the right. Let's go Centennial from the left. Chase Kane in the circle. Kane drags, shoots, saved by Gahan with the pad. That was a nice little nifty move by Kane, dragging it in.
We're talking about these unsung heroes. It could be Kane, but look at this save going back the other way. Reed Gramlich, the goal-scoring leader for this Notre Dame Saint team, pulls it into the backhand, and what a diving save by Taylor, getting his right pad outstretched and making the save on the Notre Dame star.
Pareja wins the draw back for Centennial. Steele. Niles shoots. He put it high. Gabrick comes down. Mickey's going to chase after this one with Niles on his back. Mickey cutting toward the net. Mickey put it wide. Penalty upcoming on Centennial. And there's the touch. Tate and Mickey not only drawing the breakaway chance, but drawing a penalty against Ethan Niles.
You got to look. That's a good defensive play by Niles to start with, but he's got to let him go. You can't get that free hand wrapped around him. And we talk about the power plays of each team. Here's Mickey coming in. The free arm gets around him, and that's going to be a penalty and puts Notre Dame on the power play. Each team has had a power play now in this overtime. Can they capitalize? I tell you what, Niles got beat wide on that one. I don't know if he had a choice but to wrap up. Tate Mickey on that one.
All right, 1 for 1 to Notre Dame on the power play so far tonight. Centennial at a play. Had the power play goal. That was Bjorndal at the end of the second period.
I tell you what, we've talked about the goaltender Taylor. We weren't sure what kind of a performance he's going to have. Grind on a breakaway in overtime.
Clutch.
Doesn't get better than that.
Bjorndal, Borzone, Hogenauer, Gramlich, and Jaswin. The 5-man unit for Notre Dame. Gramlich shoots, blocked down from Switchenberg, and caught by Taylor on the second try.
Another nice play by Drew Switchenberg. That kid's done it all today. Offense, defense, playing both sides of the puck. That's a team leader for Centennial.
He's the captain. He's been with the program for 3 years.
Really nice kid, too, heading to ASU in the fall.
He's right at home here at Mullet.
Exactly.
Off the draw. Here is Switchenberg in the corner. Pressured by Jaswin. Taken away by McCaughey. Bjorndal gloves it down at the line. Bjorndal for Gramlich. He's going to walk in the circle. Defended by Gabrick. Gramlich centering pass. McCaughey puts it right back and cleared by the Coyotes. Niles in the box for 1 minute and 20 seconds more. The official penalty was hooking. Gramlich starts it up for Notre Dame. Lost in overtime in the championship last year. Gramlich was on the ice for the losing goal. Bjorndal. Steps, shoots, put it wide of the short side. Chase Kaplan comes in and kips it lower. Here's Tate Mickey, the man who tied us up at 3. Looking for Bjorndal. Switchenberg takes him off the puck. Trying to clear it out with McCaughey. Got it out to neutral. No change for Centennial. Easy save for Taylor. Pops in front. Switchenberg can't hold it. Still loose in front. And it goes wide. McCaughey comes out of the group with it. Off the official, but it hit the Notre Dame bench. And that's Caden Wright, the backup goalie, saying, yes, I hit it, I hit it.
Wow, look at this play in front of the Centennial net as the defender leaves the puck there. Those are the little mistakes we talk about. We talk about Switchenberg, their team leader. It just can't make that easy clear. And I tell you what, you don't think nerves are playing a part in this game. That kid doesn't make mistakes. Here's Notre Dame with their timeout.
Notre Dame takes their timeout. They have 28 seconds to go in the power play. PD, what do you like from their power play so far?
Well, I think you need to get the big guys a rest right now. I don't know if you saw in that last half of that power play, if you're seeing the puck movement you'd like to see out of these guys. I think they're trying to force it through Strix, trying to make plays to the middle of the ice. If that play's not there, because Centennial's defending and dropping down so much, get the puck up top and let's let something go. Let a shot go from the top and let's see if we can get a rebound or a tip. Because right now, Centennial's got that net front packed in pretty tight. So I think most importantly for this timeout, I think you need to get their big guys a little bit of a breather here. You got to throw them back out. This is probably the best opportunity you've had in overtime. You don't want to let it go to waste. Get Gramlich back out there. Get Mickey back out there. And let's see if they can get an opportunity at the Centennial net.
They do exactly that. Kaplan and Kaplan. Adam and Chase. Bjorndal. Gramlich. Mickey. Gabrick. Steele. Or check that. Gabrick, Braham, McCaughey, and Switchenberg, the 4-man PK for Centennial. 28 seconds to go in the power play for Notre Dame. Both teams with 42 shots on net. Off the draw, one by Notre Dame. Adam Kaplan. Gramlich. Down low, feeding in front for Bjorndal. Taken away. Bjorndal from the seat of his pants keeps it alive. Down low for Bjorndal. Borzone couldn't get the shot away. Now Gramlich at the goal line for Bjorndal. Taken away by McCaughey, and he'll turn and go all the way down. Niles is coming out of the box right now. We're back to even strength.
And each team kills off a penalty here in overtime.
Taylor's going to hold on to this one and get a whistle. Under 6 minutes to go. If it doesn't score in that one, start it up, put another 15 on the board.
42 shots on goal for each team. I tell you what, these goalies are getting their money's worth tonight.
They've been outstanding. Gann, especially in the third, keeping it a 1-goal game, allowing Tate Mickey to score the game-tying goal. Taylor in overtime against Gramlich. It goes off his stick. Glove down by Hogenauer. Kicked ahead. Pareja. Cade Pareja with Kane. Pareja to the net, taken down, and Kane couldn't finish the job. Oh, it was Chase Kane who just hit the top of the puck.
No penalty on the play as the referee is calling for a face-off to the left of Gann. And you see everybody crash in the net again. Kaplan, what a play on Pareja, not allowing him to get a stick on it right in the blue paint.
Let me ask you this, Petey. If Kane puts that in the back of the net, is that a goal?
No.
Because the net was knocked off?
That was knocked off prior to that, and it was his own player that was
correct.
That lifted the net and took it off of its moorings. I tell you, another great defensive play by the Notre Dame defenseman there. It's funny, we saw the leader in offense for Notre Dame get a breakaway at one end, Gramlich, and Pareja gets a great opportunity going back the other way. I still feel it's going to be one of those two guys that ends this thing. Let's just hope they do it before the end of the night.
Head coach Caleb Drinkhouse not happy with the officials as they're going to send off Pareja.
Yeah, another line change by Drinkhouse. That's the second time he's tried to get Pareja onto the ice late and was not allowed to.
McCaughey on the draw, look to push it forward. Jaswin, Gabuya for McCaughey, shoots, he scores! Centennial, the champions of 2024. Ryan McCaughey, the game-winning goal, the championship-winning goal. Centennial completes the perfect season with a championship.
You got to give a big hats off to the goaltender Taylor for keeping this one going in overtime on the huge save on Reed Gramlich. What a save that allows this Centennial team to come back and win this game late in overtime.
Ryan McCaughey, his second goal of the game is the championship winning goal.
And I tell you what, let's take a look at this game-winning goal from the Centennial, right on the hash marks. Left him alone, all alone. One of the best players on the Centennial team gets a wide open look in the hash marks for Centennial. And I tell you what, if you look down at the other end of the ice and this Notre Dame Saints team laying on the ice after that goal went in, the anticipation, the excitement, the emotion, and it's gone again. And you sit here, you've been back in the state championship twice. You've been in this game twice to overtime twice. This year they battle back. Last year they let a lead slip away and you lose them both in overtime. And I tell you what, this Notre Dame team has been outstanding all season. Coach Missio and his staff have been outstanding. It's a great group of kids. This is a great program, and you know that team is going to be back.
16-4 in the regular season, 3-0 in the playoffs, and Ryan McCaughey, the game-winning goal. 2 goals tonight. Pareja gets one, Steele gets one as well. And like you said, you got to give a lot of credit to Chance Taylor.
Yeah, look at the goaltenders on both sides of this ice. You look at Taylor, unbelievable save, especially in overtime, and you go to the other end of the ice in Notre Dame, and I thought he was the best player for the Notre Dame Saints today, and that's Matthew Gann. And I look at the disappointment and frustration in him right now. You just feel for a kid like that. He left it all out there. He played an outstanding hockey game. None of this was on him or on his shoulders. He played a great game for that Notre Dame Saints team. But you go to Taylor, a guy that did not get the opportunity to play in the semifinals. He was outstanding today. He's the difference.
39 saves for Chance Taylor. 40 saves for Matthew Gann.
That's unbelievable performance by both goaltenders. You look at Cade Pareja and Gahan in a big hug out at center ice, and it kind of says what this whole thing's about. And that's what high school hockey is. A lot of these guys play on the same teams for their travel teams. They played against each other for years since they were little kids, and to face off at a moment like this, I mean, it's a real emotional game for both teams.
What a feed from Gabuya on the game-winning goal from McCaughey in front, who, Petey, I know how good Chance Taylor was. I think McCaughey was the best player on the ice tonight.
You know, I talk about McCaughey. That's one of the guys, we talked about Pareja, but McCaughey's right there in scoring, second in scoring for the Centennial team. He's a guy that the Notre Dame Saints can't leave all alone in the slot. And, you know, you talk about the pass from Gabuya down low. You want to see a stick in the lane. You want to see him covered at that point of the ice, and it just can't leave him alone there, especially at that moment. And you talk about the mistakes and you know, winning a faceoff. Faceoffs hadn't played a factor much in this game today, but it makes a big factor in the game-winning goal in overtime.
Centennial wears their hats that read champs across. They'll be awarded the AHSHA Cup, the championship cup, and also it'll be an MVP's golden stick. We have the golden stick for the MVP.
Golden stick.
Ryan Jim won it last year, of course.
Ryan Jim with the tying and, but no, he didn't get the winner. He got an assist.
Marcello Lane got the winner.
Lane got the winner. We had Lane on in the period.
Exactly right. He was wearing his ring.
Yeah.
So two championship games at Mullet Arena, two absolute classics.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the hardest thing for me, as not a broadcaster, but as a parent, and I've had a kid playing these type of games, it's watching the faces of those players on the Notre Dame Saints team. As a parent, that's hard to watch. You just want the best for your kid, and you know he left it all out there and how hard they competed. You just want them to get that opportunity, and you just feel for the kids on the Notre Dame Saints team. On the other side, Centennial, it's a team that hadn't been here before. They haven't been in this big stage. They haven't had the opportunity in a state championship game before, and you know what? They fought through a couple of tough moments in this game. They fought back from a comeback from this Notre Dame Saints team, and they showed that they were the better team today, and they've been the better team all season. So hats off to that Centennial club, and big shout out to Caleb Drinkhouse, the coaching staff of Centennial.
First-year head coach, and he gets a championship. Second year at D1 for Centennial, and it doesn't, you know, it kind of goes away about how really the program had to fight their way back. Last year was not a year they want to remember. They went 3-16-2. They gave up 141 goals in 21 games. They only scored 50 goals in 21 games. This year, a complete turnaround, and it makes this moment so much sweeter.
Yeah, it's an impressive what this program was trying to do. They were concerned about making the step to Division I over the offseason. They thought they should still be playing at the Division II level. I guess they were able to prove everybody wrong here. That's how well they played in this season.
Notre Dame gets their medals as being the runner-ups, and you got to mention the seniors on this Notre Dame team. Cody Bjorndal, Ethan Block, Alex Capo, Shea Driscoll, Reed Gramlich, a senior, Archer Anders at that, and of course Matthew Gahan, the senior netminder.
Yeah, I feel for Matthew Gahan. I know they got their senior baseball seasons coming up. The kid is a backstop catcher at Notre Dame as well. He's a great catcher, so he's going to get another opportunity to perform on a state stage. And you just wish, there he is right here. Give this kid a hand. It's a heck of a performance this year. Last year, played every game for the Notre Dame Saints a year ago. Unbelievable kid, unbelievable goaltender.
Ethan Block, another senior, getting his medal at that. 4 straight years for Notre Dame in the championship. They come up with 1 championship, and the last 2 losses have been complete heartbreak.
You know, it's a storied program here.
Very.
You know, you look at them, they've got 5 state championships coming in tonight, the last one in 2021. You talk about that with 3 trips to the state finals after that, dropping all 3 in tight games. This is one of those programs, only team to have more state championships than the Notre Dame Saints is the Pinnacle Pioneers. And the Pioneers' last one was in 2022, and they were knocked out by this year's state champion, Centennial Coyotes.
At 14 minutes and 20 seconds into overtime, it was Ryan McCaughey for the OT winner. And you got to give it up to the Notre Dame Prep Saints. An incredible season. Fought all the way back, down 3-1 in that second period. Bjorndal to make it 3-2, Mickey to tie it. And now Centennial gets not only the trophy, they're going to get medals. They're going to get the cup. And we'll see who gets the golden stick. I have an idea of who it might be. But every single player on this Centennial team, and you give it to head coach Caleb Drinkhouse, he said, these players don't have to buy in. I'm a first-year head coach. Hey, they could, just go about their business. They all bought into the system since day one and had an incredible classic year to remember.
Yeah, we just saw Kane get his medal. I think that's part of what this team does. They're deep, and everybody helped play a role in this championship game.
Number 39, Jackson Steele.
And here's Steele. He comes up with a big goal today on that tip from the point. He's had a great tournament, Steele. Casillas on the back end. You talk about the defense on this team, and Casillas was outstanding.
Shutting down that top netminder. Logan Gibbs, you got to give him his credit too.
Yeah,
he got his team here.
Without him, he was outstanding in the semifinals. There's Switchenberg coming up to receive his medal, captain of this team.
Wow. Maddox Hoover's been playing a couple shifts. He kind of gave his top line a spell with really good shifts. Ryan McCaughey, what can you say? A goal against Flag, a goal against Pinnacle, 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, he's outstanding, including the overtime game winner. Niles on the back end, some great defensive plays. Farr made a couple of good defensive plays again tonight.
Another senior, Jack Brown. 14 seniors for the Centennial team. Mark Melissa, a sophomore.
Yeah, he played well this tournament.
On this
you
team.
noticed him.
And an assistant coach. And Chance Taylor, what can you say?
Unbelievable performance by Chase Taylor today. Not sure if he was going to get the start today. He was outstanding. And then Cade Pareja led the team, led the state in points this year. Offensive powerhouse.
Ryan Gabuya set up the game-winning goal.
Yeah, he had a great tournament.
Christian Smith,
another senior on the back end. Great defending, great stick. Made a couple of really nice plays against this high-skilled Notre Dame team.
great kid as well, and we got to talk to him yesterday. Centennial gets their medals. Now, you get the Golden Stick. You got the AHSHA Cup. These guys are going to have their names on there forever.
That's amazing. I got to give, again, it's another one of the class things that they do here in AHSHA. Just similar to the Stanley Cup, the kids will get their name on this, and they just continue to add names to this cup. And Centennial's names will go on the most recent one. Congratulations to the Centennial Coyotes. And, hey, a proud effort by that Notre Dame Saints team. Outstanding season they had. What a program that they run there. And you know what? Notre Dame's going to be back. You talked about some of the young players they had. You talked about Hordichuk, Koch. They have those young. Mickey's only, is he a sophomore too? Yeah, I mean, Mickey I thought was one of the better players in this tournament. So this team will be back. Yeah, you can count on it. Great performance by the Notre Dame Saints.
And now the Golden Stick. It's the tournament MVP, not just tonight's MVP, but the tournament MVP. Randy Axelby.
Former NHL goaltender and now owner of Behind the Mask.
And it's going to Ryan McCaughey.
He made that call. McCaughey with a goal in the quarterfinals, goal in the semifinals, 2 here tonight, including the game winner in overtime. Ryan McCaughey has been outstanding the entire tournament, not just on the offensive side. Kid was physical too. Brought that physical component to the game. Congratulations to him for the AHSHA MVP, taking home the Golden Stick from Randy Axelby. And here it is. And there it is, presented by Kenny McGinley, the president of AHSHA.
Given to Drew Switchenberg, the captain.
And Drew Switchenberg, and there it is. The Centennial Coyotes, the 2024 Arizona State High School Hockey Champion.
They won't forget this moment for the rest of their lives. Drew Switchenberg going over to celebrate with the fan base.
Get it over to that student body. Get Centennial a little love here at the Mullet Arena. Well, Ryan, I tell you what, Ryan McCaughey, unbelievable goal. all alone in front of the net. I was wondering how this one would end, or if it would end. The goaltending at both ends was so good. What a contest here at the Mullet Arena between two outstanding teams. Honestly, Dylan, couldn't have asked for anything better. I think we've had a great time this week at the Mullet Arena calling these games, getting to see some great hockey here in the state of Arizona. I know I was thrilled to get the opportunity to speak to and call a game with the voice, the play-by-play voice of AHSHA. I tell you, all the hard work you put in during the year, all the cold rinks, small rinks, late nights you put in to help bring the game to parents, families, away from the rink in Arizona. Hats off to you. I don't think you get enough credit for all the work you do here for AHSHA and high school hockey. And I tell you what, you call it a heck of a hockey game too, buddy.
Petey, I really appreciate it. We've now done this 3 times. Hopefully, we'll be right back here in 1 year.
Can't
How about
wait.
that?
I cannot wait. Let's have another overtime thriller in the Mullet. Can't wait.
Centennial, your 2024 champions, winning today's game 4-3 in overtime over Notre Dame. Any final thoughts?
No, I think it came as advertised. And again, I want to encourage people that don't normally get the chance to watch Arizona State high school hockey. This is what grassroots hockey is. Look at these kids playing for their school. They're not playing for their travel team. They're not playing for the money. They're playing for their sweater that has their high school name on it. And I think that's really impressive. And I'm so glad that I'm a part of this. This was a great game from beginning to end. It's been a great tournament, and I'm so proud to be a part of this.
4-3, Centennial takes it. They are the 2024 champions of AHSHA here in Division 1. Well, we got to give some thank yous before we go. Let's start with our man, Ben Smith, the technology genius. Without him, nobody would be able to see this great
thanks,
hockey
Ben.
game
Literally,
tonight.
we weren't joking. Director, producer, cameraman, sound man, literally the everything
Replay?
man. Replay. He literally made all of this happen. Thanks to Ben. This was an outstanding. We're able to bring this to you because of Ben.
Petey, we got to thank you for joining us in the semis. Got you in the championship again, 3rd year, 4th year for you now at that. And then, of course, Kenny McGinley putting on this for AHSHA. And without him, this league would definitely not be here. The tireless nights, so much work that he puts in. You can't say enough about what he's done for high school hockey here in Arizona.
To Kenny, Jenna, the entire AHSHA staff, thank you for making this whole thing happen. This is an unbelievable event. And if you didn't come this year, make sure you come next year, because this is an amazing event down here at the Mullet down in Tempe.
We'll drop it out. 4-3, Centennial wins it. They are the Division I state champions. We thank you all for tuning in, and we say goodnight here from Tempe.
Hey.